Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane, this is Shane's Games, and tonight we're playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This isn't going to be our first time playing, so if you want to see how we got to where we are tonight, then look in my info below, you'll see a link to my YouTube channel where I archive all of my streams. Not just KOTOR, but every game I've ever played. So if you're ever looking to watch a complete start-to-finish playthrough of another game, something maybe a little obscure, maybe a little unusual, maybe a little nostalgic, feel free to check over there sometime, throw me a subscribe if you're so inclined. But for tonight, play some motherfucking KOTOR. Alright, let's see, where were we? This wonderfully named save, I believe, is where we were. Let's jump into it. May the Bit Force be with you. Thank you, Drev. I may need it. Alright, so... Alright, yeah, right where we were is last time we solved that mystery here, and that was not easy. It was complicated, there was a lot to it, a lot of back and forth with questioning people, but still, I had a lot of fun with that. I thought that was a fun little diversion, and a fun way to work the mechanics of the game as well, to, interesting effect. Alright, so I want to start with a regular attack on this Cath Hound, if I remember correctly, so I can jump to him, and then I'll flurry the shit out of him. Let's see. Oh, he didn't jump to him. That's probably because the tree was in the way, right? Yeah, I bet that was it. Ooh, big Cath Hound. I forgot about those guys. Let's take out the small guys first, just to get them off our backs. There we go. And then this one's already damaged, so let's see if we can figure them out. No issues so far? Alright, very cool. Thank you for letting me know, Drev. Alright, we're laying into these guys. Yeah, so far, Master Flurry has really upped my combat game in here. I'm very happy with it. And, ooh, there's another one over here. And I think once I start upping my lightsaber specialization as well, that's just gonna... I actually assume I'll be cruising for a little while once I do that, because my attack is just going to be through the goddamn roof. Oh, these guys are coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, my attack will be through the goddamn roof, so I'll be hitting 3 times per round. I won't be missing that often, and I'll be doing hella damage, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright. So, before any more of them show up, let's see if I can go back and loot the bodies, although I don't know if Cath Hounds are actually going to have anything on them, and it appears they don't. Now, well, it was worth a look. Alright, I see another one over. Damn it, they really... How many of these assholes are there? Won't even let me get out of the area. Oh yeah, I can imagine, Drev. It's, that seems to be the way in a lot of digital D20 games, is accuracy seems to be a lot bigger of a problem in digital than it would be for tabletop. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I think it's just because the systems are simplified a little bit from what they would be in tabletop, which is necessary to keep it fun. But it definitely does change the dynamic a little bit. Now, of course, in a D20 system, attack power is a big function of, or sorry, accuracy is a big function of your attack power, because that's what you use to roll to hit, I believe, if I'm not missing my mark. Alright, he's down. Let's finish this guy off real quick. Ah, and of course I miss. There we go. And they're going after mission. Those bastards. Ooh, wow, we actually took a bit of a beating from there. They kind of got us in this little dead end and funneled us in, so we did actually take some hits there. So I'll have everybody heal up real quick.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that does nothing for him. He must have tons of HP. There we go. That's better. Yeah, those things are... the regular med packs are definitely not as useful as they are now, or as they used to be. I'm not really doing much of anything. That's unfortunate. But such is the way of progress. Oh yeah, flurry hits can crit as well, so I basically got 3 or 4 chances to crit every time I swing my lightsaber, and how fucking cool is that? Hello, why are there remains over here? Hello? What's up?
I will be your doom!
What the hell? Okay. Oh, I can't force shield while I got armor on. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get some Jedi robes once we get back there. So for right now, let's flurry the shit out of her. Alright, that seems to be hitting well. Keep that up. I'll have to keep an eye on my health. I'll heal pretty soon because she is hitting me pretty consistently. Not nearly as hard as I'm hitting her, but there we go.
You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Yeah, true, and I should mention, Girth, the reason I chose not to dual wield is there's actually things that give you a better defense bonus if you're single wielding, and so I like to have a little bit of a balance there between offense and defense. Alright, lady, so you just tried to murder me, so who the hell are you?
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
Oh, so she's the one responsible for the glade going dark. You embraced the dark side? Why?
When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
But they might hit me, and hitting hits with lightsaber hurts, Strav. You murdered your master?
Yes. I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But it was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I was sent by the council to cleanse the taint from this grove.
The council has sent you here to kill me. Why then, when you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved?
I don't want to kill you, Johnny.
Lies. Leave me and come back when you have the courage to finish your task.
Dang it. Still don't have enough of high enough persuade to really pull that off. Alright, so what does my journal say now? The young KOTOR apprentice Juhani is the source of the dark taint permeating the meditation grove. She has fallen to the dark side, although perhaps not as completely as she believes. To remove the taint and complete the final trial, you must convince her to release her dark feelings or destroy her and remove the taint forever. Well, obviously I don't want to destroy her if I don't have to. Have a look around? This must be her master. I was hoping to actually get some information, but I guess I'll take items too. Guess that works. Can I talk to her some more? Is there anything else she has to say?
What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
Hey there, Zero. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing this evening? Look, I just want to talk, Juhani.
Talk? You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power.
I don't hold any anger towards you. I just want peace.
Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me. I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
I'm doing alright, Zero. Thank you for asking. Hope you manage to get home soon. Let's see, where was I? The The first step on the path to true knowledge is knowing that you are ignorant.
I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
Even in her death, the Force will allow her to live on.
If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
Zero, that's kind of you to use even audio on your data plan. I know that's going to suck it down, so thank you. I appreciate that. Hope you enjoy. It's free real estate. Tim and Eric, I take it, smile. Let's see. Yet forgiveness must be asked, Giovanni.
And denied. No.
Ah!
No, I cannot. And so here I will stay.
Dang
Leave
it!
me to my hopelessness.
Oh, I was so close! I was so close!
I do not know what to do, now that I have caused such suffering to my master and those around me.
I might be able to re-roll my persuade check, but I don't know how high of a check it is. It's not your fault, Giovanni.
It is. It is.
Dang it.
It was I who hurt her. I who killed her. Her suffering is my fault alone. Leave me to my pain.
Oh, enjoy your clipping, Smile. That's always a maddening process of any sort of video editing to
I
me.
do not know what...
Alright, let me try again to just go through her dialogue trees and see if I can talk her out of it.
If she were... How can the Council...
Anger! Show them that you have freed yourself of this base passion.
If I show them, I am free of passion. That I am serene. That I am willing to forsake the dark side. And maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I've done?
Your inner peace and harmony will show them your sincerity.
I thank you, Master Jedi. I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
Hey, look at that! Turned her back to the light side without even having to succeed at that stupid persuade check. We did it! And we did it the light side way, by not murdering the crap out of her. So mission accomplished. I'll take that. Oh, there was another corpse up here, too. I don't know why there's two corpses here if she killed her master. Or maybe that was the other Jedi that was sent to go investigate. Either way, it doesn't look like I can... Oh, there we go. Mandalorian melee shield. Yeah, I'm glad I picked that up. Alright, so let's see if there's anything else worth seeing over here as I keep getting stuck on my own allies. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, sometimes when I move my mouse cursor out of the game, I get stuck in a thing where the camera starts swinging wildly in one direction and I can't stop it. It's not a good time, but luckily just going into the menu and coming back out seems to fix it. Really, for how old this game is, I'm kind of surprised how few tech issues I've had comparatively. Ooh, Mandalorians! Those assholes. Go kick their asses, shall we? Nice! There's that force jump. I love it. Yeah, these guys could definitely take some damage. The Mandalorians at least can. The other guys I don't think are all that much. The Duros, I don't believe they're all that much in combat. Yeah, look at that. They just go straight down. So let's take them out of the equation first. We got one last source of damage coming at us. And then we can finish off the real threat here, the Mandos. Mandos think they're hot shit, and yet they go down nice and quick to a little lightsaber. Jedi forever! Alright, so he had a Mando data pad on him too. I'm gonna have to check that out once I'm done searching the bodies. That may be revealing. See what the hell they're doing here. We had lots of goodies on him. Gonna have some good stuff to check once we get back to base. Which we might teleport back to the ship, since I don't think we have all that much left to explore out here. Maybe? Unless we haven't been over this way, which I'm not sure we have. Sandral Grounds, I believe we already explored. Well, explored that, I mean, I think we already checked that out and there wasn't really anything we could do over there, right? Let's see. Path north, the ancient grove. Path north, path south. I guess we'll check it out real quick, but I'm pretty sure this was some mansion that we weren't allowed to explore yet. Unless I'm thinking of something else. Alright, so we jump in, and then flurry. Boom! Nice! Alright, so we finished him off pretty quick. Good deal. Neither of those have taken hits, that's unfortunate, so I'll start flurrying one of them. Ooh, I'm taking hits though. I'm gonna have to heal up probably after this combat. I think it should be good for the duration of this one at least. Hit him! Alright. Now we're doing good. Gonna do some grinding on Dead Cells tonight, Smile. I really hope you enjoy that game. I haven't played it myself, but I saw Zero over here streaming it the other day, and it looked really, really fun. And, I really hope you would end up enjoying it as well. I kind of want to play it myself, honestly. It really does look that good. And, I believe it's in sort of a beta now, but it's coming to early access soon. I can't wait to see what they do with it. Honestly, it's already at the point where it's better than a lot of full release games. That's a good thing to say about early access. So yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there, and I think it's only going to get better from here. All right, so who is? Yes, we did, Zero. Senpai noticed you. All right, so who's this guy over here?
Thank you for saving me, Master Jedi. I am C842, a personal assistant droid.
Yeah, Zero was streaming it last week. That's actually the first experience I had with Dead Cells. Alright, so this guy's, this might be the personal assistance droid we heard about before. Let's talk to him real quick.
As I said, I am C842, a personal assistant droid. Although in recent months, the assistance I render seems to have taken on a disproportionate significance.
Yes, he is the, yeah, are you Elise's droid? Because I kind of had a suspicion.
Did she send you to find me? Please do not tell her you saw me.
What? Weren't you kidnapped?
No, I ran away of my own free will. But I have my reasons. I'm afraid my owner became a bit too attached to me. Obsessed, even. She tried to treat me as her dead husband. It was not healthy for her.
Oh, jeez. Is she crazy?
She is obsessed. She rarely sees other people and appears to be fixated on me as her husband. She was becoming more and more insular. I thought it best that I leave. She may meet other real people this way. In fact, that was the reason I came here and sought out those cat hounds.
What? You sought out the cat hounds?
I think it would be best if I were no longer a factor. She would meet new people, living people. Please, will you destroy me?
What? Wow, this was he kind of forced me into a corner pretty quickly, so I gotta decide right here. Considering how crazy the lady is, I kind of think I have to destroy him. Like, I don't think the lady is going to get healthier with him as a crutch to lean on, and honestly, this is apparently what the droid wants, so you know what? Oh god. Let's do it. Let's do it!
Thank you, kind sir. You have my eternal gratitude.
This is weird! Oh, that was weird. So, killed the guy for good? Certainly don't feel great about it, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to change post-release. You know, it could just be one of those things where they're just going to add content instead of, you know, move things around. But either way, you know, if this is their first start, if this is the point where they're, you know, they think they're good enough to show to the public, honestly, it is. You know, it is. I'm completely impressed by their concept and their execution. I think it's very cool. Oh, no. Yeah, I thought that too initially, Zero. That's honestly the compliment right there. That's how polished this game is that already it seems like it's just about ready to go live. But no, they're only going into early access from this point. So they've still got plenty of time to just pour content into it. And honestly, I think they're going to struggle with the early access period because, you know, they want user input, and I think the majority of what they're going to get is, it's good! So, which is a pleasant surprise, I suppose. Oh god, spiders. So we went into this crystal cave that we heard rumors we might be able to get some sweet lightsaber crystals about. But unfortunately, there's also giant spiders. Oh my god, they're creepy! Look at those freakish bodies! What the hell? Oh, and that awesome battle music. Well, you guys are unnatural, and you must die for it. All spiders in all games must die. Whew. Oh, and I think they poisoned Canderous too. Damn it! Of course the spiders can poison. Of course they can! Feedback with lead feedback. Exactly, the heaviest of feedback. Alright, so no lightsaber crystals yet, but plenty of spiders. That's a good compromise, I suppose. Haven't been able to jump in these close quarters. I wonder if I'm not able to do the jump with a low ceiling, actually. That would be kind of cute of the game to factor that in. Because I do kind of swing high. Oops. I do kind of swing high when I jump. So it would be cute if the game took that into account and is like, no, you can't force jump in here. Oh, no, I can! The game kind of lagged, so I couldn't quite tell how it looked, but no, I definitely force jumped indoors. So that's that theory shot down. Oh god, they're everywhere. Not cool. Oh, holy crap. Oh, what do we got there? Overused Chew Toy, thank you for the host there. How are you doing this evening? Welcome into the stream. You were playing Might and Magic 8 again today, weren't you? I think I saw you earlier. I wasn't able to stop by yet. But yeah, welcome Overused Chew Toy. Welcome Overused Chew Toy's followers. As you can see, we are playing KOTOR, and we are fighting spiders. Because, you know, it's an RPG. There's got to be caves full of spiders somewhere. Tiredly. Yeah, it is about that time of night, isn't it? Alright, I think that's all the spiders down. Oops. Did I just go down? Why did I just die?
Sure.
What on earth? I didn't think I was that beat up. I wonder if I got some sort of condition on me or something. Either way, I'll med pack up for now. Because unfortunately, we weren't allowed to take Bastila with us for this trial, so I have taken some damage. And don't have our healing ability. The spider from Donkey Kong... Oh yeah, Squitter! Squitter the Spider, Zero. Yeah, that is a good spider in video games. That's true. What movie, Unarmed Pug? I think I missed something there. Oh, if you see a bug hole, nuke it. Sorry, I did miss that line. No, that is Starship Troopers. Hell yeah, I've seen that movie, Unarmed Pug. I've seen that movie like 20 times. That is one of my favorite movies. Straight up. Let's see, for a relative emotional stability, Mission doesn't seem like she's 14. Yeah, I think part of that, Chew Toys, I think part of it's not spectacular writing. Because she definitely doesn't feel like she's written to be, definitely doesn't feel like she's written to be 14. But on the other hand, she has been through a lot of shit, so I can respect her. Alright, so I can smash the spider eggs. I am pleased by this. Let's smash every spider egg. Every spider egg ever. And I'm finding lightsaber crystals in some of them, so I don't know if that's going to be super useful for me, but still, less spider eggs makes the world a better place, I think. Oops, ooh. Sorry, they're overused, Chew Toy. What was that? Come on, you apes, you want to live forever! Yes. Let us proceed, you hominids. Do you wish to continue existing? Much better, much more civilized. Oh my god, yes, I pretty much every time I see that movie on TV, I will stop to watch it. Anybody else in chat a fan of Starship Troopers? I think I might have seen more than the original, but I don't think anything but the original is really worth talking about. But the original is just so good. I've watched the movie with director's commentary. The director's commentary is spectacular. I highly recommend that if you can get the DVD or Blu-ray. Paul Verhoeven is a madman. And I say that in the most kind way possible. Smile, yes, Starship Troopers! Fun fact, Japanese can't recognize cursive writing. If you want to keep something secret, write it in cursive. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people in the United States have trouble with cursive, too. And I also know a lot of writing recognition software really struggles with cursive, because there's, I think compared to normal writing, cursive has so much variation to it between how one person writes and another. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's difficult. It's a difficult thing to just pick up. Let's see. Second one shouldn't have even been made. Third one at least brought Rico back, but it still sucked. You know, I think I did see the third one. I think I liked where the third one was going. Like, I respected what it was trying to do, but I didn't like it. The actual movie itself. I don't think it was any good. And really, the first one was so perfect, I don't think you needed more. Like, I can see people saying, oh, but there's a whole universe of things you can do. Well, yeah, but they pretty much said everything that's interesting in the first movie, you know? Cursive needs to die. Agreed, smile. Yeah, District 9 was a very different movie, and District 9 was definitely a lot more depressing than Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers is depressing if you think about it too hard, and think about the real-world things it's commenting on, but overall it's a very funny movie, and the action's very good as well. Your job involves interpreting the handwriting of people in a district full of older people. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chew Toy. That sounds miserable. I don't think I could pull that off. Third one is too low budget. Yeah, it must have been direct to DVD. I can't imagine it ever hit theaters. People can't even legibly write their own name because they're so concerned with looking sophisticated. Right. I mean, I suppose you don't have to deal with at least you don't have to deal with doctors' handwriting, unless you do, but that stuff is just miserable. I've actually had pharmacists have to call up my doctor and say, hey, you gave me this piece of paper and I can't read a single word on it. What the hell do you want from me? Yeah, no, you're right. It was satire, and that puts it in the same vein as Starship Troopers, most certainly. But it's still a very different movie for being for having that in common, you know. If that makes any sense. The tone of them is very different. There's a lot of sarcasm to the way events are presented in Starship Troopers. Whereas District 9 is meant to be... I feel like it's meant to be more serious political commentary. And less, you know, throwing grenades into the bungholes of bugs from a distance. If that makes any sense. I mean, there's so many scenes in Starship Troopers, it feels like you can't help but laugh when you see them. You know, if you have any understanding of what's being said to you in the scene, I think it's really enjoyable to watch. That's the other thing. I've seen District 9 once. I saw it in the theater. And I don't think I'd want to see it again, just because it is really intense and really sad. But Starship Troopers, I can watch over and over and over again. Easy peasy. Because it is such a, lighthearted for what's actually happening in the movie. It allows you to just shut your brain off and not take it seriously. And I'm down with that. Oh, and we gotta level up, sweet! Thank you, Mandos. I shall gain stronger over your corpses. I still never checked out the Mandalorian datapad, too. I gotta do that as well. We got a whole bunch of equipable items, too, so we may actually be in a pretty strong shape once we get back to town. Very, very good to see. I need to heal up a little bit, too. That'll be my last advanced med pack. So I might need to stock up on those when we get back. Possibly. I should ask you guys, have you ever seen the short, I believe it was released for free online, that District 9 was based on? I think that was one of those perfect examples of a short that does everything it needs to. It was short, but it was also very, very good, very sophisticated, and very good at getting its point across in just a couple minutes. That's really the key to any short film, is it has to be able to say what it's trying to say very, very quickly. Because they just don't have time to do anything else. Alright, level up time. Skills, we're going to go into Persuade, since I want to use that a whole lot. Powers, ooh, we get more force powers. Right. Alright, so we can't get any tier 3 just yet. So I think... And we've already got that right. So I think I am going to put a point into light side healing, just so I've got some extra options, and then so that me and Bastila can team up to spam if we really wanted to, which I think I might want to. Alright, good deal, and accept. I have the first one back in the day. I showed it to my girlfriend at the time, and she said, "This is a 10-year-old boy's dream movie." I don't think she appreciated it like I did. Well, even if she does appreciate it anyway, I'll take that. You know, as long as you have as long as you enjoy the movie, I don't think you necessarily need to understand the socio-political implications. You can just enjoy it as a silly action movie. I'm fine with that. Alright, feats for my man right here. Now again, we're not going to keep him with me for too long. I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. But I'd like to make sure he can kind of hold his own for as long as we got him. Let's go ahead and give him weapon specialization melee, since we're having him go straight up melee now. He seems to be holding his own in combat, so we don't need to worry too much about upping his health, I think, for now. Go ahead and add that. Yeah, she was laughing the whole time also. Excellent, unarmed pug. Perfect. I'll get healing so me and Bastila can spam together. Spam together forever. That's love right there, Overused Chew Toy. That is love. And if it isn't, I don't want to know what is. Alright, Mission gets nothing but skills this level, but that is okay because, as you can see, she is spectacular at pretty much everything, which is why she's in the party. Because basically, if I need to do anything that doesn't involve killing the crap out of bad guys, then Mission is going to take care of it for me. And that is fine. Oh, and she got another level of sneak attack as well. Good. I have heard that unlike in a lot of the tabletop D20 implementations, sneak attack can be done at a range in this game. And I am very excited to try that out. Yeah, no, I think for the way she's written, I think it makes more... 16 or 17 seems like it would be more believable. She just doesn't seem immature enough for 14. And, you know, that's a compliment. Good on you, mission. But it's definitely not a compliment to the writers. And it is tough. It is very tough to write children because children are irrational in ways that are sometimes difficult to really get a handle on. So I do respect that it's a difficult thing to write. I do respect that, but you know, I also understand why a writer would say, I want to make her 14 because of the implications of a 14-year-old that had to go through all these difficulties. You know, that's an interesting storyline right there. That's an interesting thing to say and to be writing about. It's just difficult. It's making things harder for yourself as a writer. And makes things more difficult for the voice actor, too, I think. Oh, hello? Oh, I was wondering, I thought the game might have locked up, but no, right after I talked about Candorus being able to handle himself, he goes down in combat right there. Naturally. Oh, wow, this guy's kicking my ass. Oh, albino calf hound. I'm like, isn't he just a calf hound? No, he's not. No, he is absolutely not. He is, in fact, a big badass. Oh, God, now I'm down, too. Alright, mission, I'm gonna need you to snipe him down. Because you're all we got left. Oh, God, come on, mission, you can do this. You just gotta hit him, like, once. There we go, oh, my God. little close for comfort there. Little close for comfort.
Sure.
Sneak attacks can also be done at range in Neverwinter Nights as well. Huh, I did not know that, Overused Tutor. I just played Neverwinter Nights 2 not too long ago, so I probably should know that. But I did not. Thank you for letting me know. Alright. So obviously my force powers are not nearly as strong as Bastila's, so my cure is much weaker than Bastila's, but that's a start right there. That already saved me a whole bunch of healing packs, so I like that. Yes, correct, Overused Chutoy. This is an upgraded version of the engine that Neverwinter Nights 2 used. So there are a lot of mechanical similarities between the two, in addition to the upgrades that they added to the game. They have to be stunned, but I think it would work if their back was turned as well. Yes, I believe you can sneak attack anyone in the game that isn't aware of you. If I've got that right. So you can sometimes start a combat with sneak attack just if the enemy hasn't aggroed you yet. I think that's how it works anyway. Don't quote me on that in case I'm wrong. Elle from The Last of Us is the best example of a child written into a very harsh world. She's a very good one. I agree 100% there, Chutoy. She's a very, very good example of a child in a video game. Another good one, I think, is the girl from... Her name escapes me. The girl from the Walking Dead game. By Telltale. I've only played the first 2 episodes of Season 1, so don't spoil me if anything terrible happens, but I think she comes off with the right combination of childlike naivete combined with a hardening that comes from having to live through the zombie apocalypse that she had to live through. So I enjoy that, I appreciate that. Where am I now? We catch up on chat real quick. Same composer as Neverwinter Nights? Good composer. I definitely like the music in here, so good on him. Yeah, almost murdered by an albino, almost beaten up by animals. That was a hard fight. It did not go as well as I'd hoped. Alright, yeah, so that's the Sandral Estates. So we have been here. This is where I thought. So we're going to go ahead and head out here, and I think we might actually just teleport back to the Ebon Hawk. Save some time. Yeah, the main campaign on Neverwinter Nights Chutoy is a bit of a slog, so I can understand not finishing, but I ended up liking it in the end. Force power effectiveness is tied to wisdom. Yeah, and wisdom is not a stat I'm very good in, so it's not going to be spectacular for me. But that's fine, that's fine. I don't plan to focus on my powers overall. Hello?
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena, remember? I
Oh,
was
shit.
with your brother back on Terrace.
Oh shit.
Lena, what are you doing here? Where's Girth?
I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace.
Oh no.
Probably for the best. Your brother can be charming, Mission, but he's bad news.
Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat. Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tails will pop off.
Jeez.
Mission, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting this way?
You took her brother away and left her all alone on Terrace.
You've got your facts a little backwards. Mission could have come with us if she wanted to. It was her choice to stay behind.
What?
Liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his little sister tagging along. That's why he had to leave me behind.
Oh
Is that
no.
what the Hut Spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid for everything else while I was with that freeloader. But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then. But he said we'd come back and get you after we struck it rich on Dantooine. Just another one of his lies.
No, you're the one who's lying. Griff wouldn't... He wouldn't try to leave me behind.
Oh no. Alright, so why should we believe you, Lena?
Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch you, Mission, then why didn't he tell you where we were going? After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. That's why he abandoned you. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Like it's my fault his get-rich-quick schemes never work out.
Alright, so where's Griff now?
Still on Dantooine, as far as I know. Not that I really care anymore. And if Mission was smart, she'd forget about that no-good con artist.
But Griff is my brother. I just can't pretend he doesn't exist. If he was here to defend himself, Lena wouldn't be saying all this bad stuff about him.
Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard he was going to make a fortune working the Zerka Corp mines on Dantooine. But as far as I'm concerned, he's out of my life forever.
Griff's better off without you anyway, you table-dancing, brother-stealing home wrecker.
Jeez.
Guess that's my cue to leave then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother. I only hope it's not too late by then.
Oh, that didn't go great. Overused Shuto, you heard good things about the second expansion of Neverwinter Nights 2. I plan to play at least some of the expansions at some point. But you know, like I said before, I try to keep the variety going, so I haven't played it just yet. That's definitely something I'd like to, since I did like Neverwinter Nights 2 well enough. Eyebrow game still full, yes. Everybody's just, maybe it's just in the Star Wars universe, everybody has a twitch.
Yeah, what do you want?
Everybody's got an eyebrow twitch in the Star Wars universe. That could be it, too. So, Candace, do you have any more war stories to tell?
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Alright, so that's pretty impressive. I think I might like to hear that story. Kneecat raid, holy shit! Neekums, welcome in! Thank you so much for the host! Everybody right here, Neekums, hang on. Neekums right here is not just a fantastic streamer, but it is her birthday today, whether she says that that's true or not. So, please, everyone in chat, if you could, say hi and happy birthday to Neekums right there. And if you are so inclined, click that link right there and check her out sometime. She is one of my favorite streamers on Twitch, and if you haven't seen her stream before, you're missing out. Please go ahead and click on that and check it out. And yeah, hey, welcome everyone from Neekum's stream over into mine. As you can see, I'm playing KOTOR right now. I'm just starting it out, never played it before, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So yeah, everybody, welcome in. Hope you enjoy the game. Neekums, I hope your birthday stream went fantastic. I'm sorry I couldn't stick around, but yeah, I was glad I got to stop in at least. So much spam. Shano Mag, hello, welcome, and if I may say, that name is fantastic. Oh my god, so much raid. Welcome, raiders, welcome so much. You guys are amazing. I recognize a whole bunch of you from Neekum's stream as well. Good to see you all in here. They forced me to raid, I'm sorry I had to do this. Joe Visitor, I am using my powers for good and for awesome. I'm doing both. Didn't get too drunk, Nikums. Good to hear. Love some good KOTOR gameplay, machine. Glad to see so many fans of the game in here. John Big Booty, welcome in as well. That Dead Hero, Naughty Shapes, Miami Man. Oh man, welcome in everybody. If you like this game, feel free to hit follow. I'm going to throw something in chat for any newbies as well. This right here in chat is a link to a list of games I've played on stream, if you're curious what kind of things a weirdo that plays KOTOR would be doing on stream. Chris Plays 205, welcome into, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. Shane O'Mag, thank you for the follow right there. Name Buddy, thank you. Alright, so right now we are talking to our good buddy Canderous, who is a mercenary, who has apparently done everything and killed everybody, so he's got some pretty insane stories. Now he's talking about basically taking on an army all by himself. Tell us the story, Canderous.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Neckum, thank you for the sloth raid, I appreciate it. And that Dead Hero, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it, man. Chanel, of course. Yeah, if anyone new in here might not know the joke, but if you look at my name as it's spelled out on Twitch, it doesn't, the font Twitch uses doesn't really differentiate between a capital I and a lowercase L, so I get a lot of streamers, pretty much every stream, every time I say hi in a new streamer, they're like, they read my name as Chanel's Games. Which was a little confusing when I first signed up for Twitch, but now I roll with it, I love it. Stickman ZJ, thank you for the follow as well, welcome in. Let's see, my soul floats up to heaven, avenge me. Eastquake, welcome into the stream as well, good to see you. They read Chanel and expect boobs, and then they get this. I know, I've probably crushed so many hearts when they come into the chat and they're like, Chanel, why does your voice sound like that? I'm shocked. Chanel's a pretty boss name. It is. Like I said, I was confused at first, but now I literally laugh every time I hear a streamer call me that. It's wonderful. I don't think I could ever change it. We call that a solid inside joke. Hell yeah. I love it. Yeah, never too late for a raid. Chanel's Games, right? Chanel is a guy? Who would have guessed it, Overused Chew Toy? Who would have guessed it? Canada, thank you for the follow there. Welcome in. Is this a PS2 game? I don't think it was ever on PS2. It was on Xbox, I believe. I'm playing it. I'm playing the PC version right now. They got it on Steam for cheap, if you're ever curious about it. Just say you're using a voice modulator. That's the trick, Miraxis. I just gotta throw everybody off right there. Such a sexy voice for a Chanel. Why, thank you, Nikums. Much appreciated. I'm John Big Booty. I'm going light side because I am a giant Boy Scout in pretty much every game I play, and I can't bring myself to be mean to virtual non-existent characters. So I always end up being the nice guy. Yeah, from 2003, Miami Man, all the way back there. Played them both on Xbox, John Big Booty. That is badass. Like I said, this is my first time playing through, so I'm taking it all in for the first time. Holy crap! Miami Man, thank you for the follow. AM Judo, thank you for the follow. Ace Quake, thank you for the follow. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I think they have some texture packs. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, I'm using a widescreen mod for it because honestly, the resolutions that the game had built in were not great. This is a very old game. Yeah, so I'm using a widescreen mod, and I'm also using a mod to upscale the UI, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to read a damn thing. But otherwise, the game's unmodded, because I wanted to more or less present what this game looked like in 2003, because I like showing people, way back in my day, this is what video games looked like. Glad you guys like the voice, though. I actually used to work in radio in college, for anybody that didn't know. And I've been told I do have the quintessential radio voice, which is one of the things that got me into streaming in the first place. You know, me and you have the same name, except mine has a Shane because I'm special. Nice! Got the upgraded version there, Acequake. I can respect that. Nikums, thank you so much. You are too kind. You are way too kind. And happy birthday again. I'm just going to punctuate all of my sentences for the rest of the day with that to you, Nikums. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, that dead hero, the resolution is just balls. Eric K? I think I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but thank you for the follow. Welcome into the stream. Twin City Hero, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. Groundbreaking that I cracked out on this game. This game really was a game changer as far as RPGs. I think it really is one of the big moments in history for video game RPGs. It really changed everything and the way that people looked at it. It was one of the first that really brought that third-person perspective into things. And, really opened the door for a lot of, well, honestly, for a lot of future BioWare games like Mass Effect. They're made by the same company here. I know there's a mod to put the UI in the right place, but what is the one that upscales it? Unarmed Pug, if you're ever curious, go to a site called PCGamingWiki.com, and it will basically tell you how to take any old video game and play it on a modern computer. It's a goddamn godsend for anyone that plays old games like me. Definitely check it out there. Shane, but do you have the radio face? Nikums, absolutely, 100% all the time. I plan to get a camera one day and freak out the normies by showing everybody my radio face, so you'll see then. Yeah, no, the graphics really aren't terrible for a 2003 game, but if you look at things like Canderous' armor, he's the guy on the right in the foreground, like where the armor joins up, you can see the skins haven't necessarily aged all that well. I mean, look at Morrowind from a year before. Yeah, if you compare the two, there's definitely a big difference in there. Let's see, I'm told I have a DJ voice too, but I've never done it. I think I'll use my voice for Twitch. Well, good luck to you, Dead Hero, when you do that. It's a fun thing. It's not for everybody, but it's very fun. Oh, geez, Miami Man. Yeah, get out of here. Get some rest. Thank you again for the follow, and thank you for stopping in, though. Yes, no backseating, no advice, no spoilers. I somehow have gotten through all of the over a decade and a half without being spoiled on this game. so help me out here, help me out. This game in Dragon Age, we're great at making you care about your choices and your partners caring about your alignment. Yes, I think that's key to any RPG and getting you into it, is a game has to make you care about the characters. You have to connect to them. You're never going to give a shit about the fate of your characters. You're never going to want to help them on your side quests unless you like them, unless you enjoy having them around. That's so key in these games, and a lot of these RPGs, the sidekicks can just be cutouts. You know, cardboard cutouts. Hi, I'm a generic stereotype stand-in character, and then you never connect to them, and they're like, hey, I need a side quest, and then you just don't care when it comes around. It's unfortunate. Chris Blaze, you've been on the radio as well. How did you enjoy it? Let's see, Dead by Dawn 80, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Lady Fury, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for the late raid. Late raids are always appreciated here, much appreciated. How are you doing this evening, Lady Fury? Elusive Realm, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in everybody that's trickling in on the late raid there. Oh man. Sorry, I'm catching up to chat. I apologize for not doing much interesting in the game. I'm trying to keep up with all of you wonderful people here. Oh, sounds fantastic, Dead Hero. I've met so many cool people and being inspired as of late. I think once you find some good people to watch on Twitch, you can't help but be inspired. It's so cool to see people that enjoy what they're doing on Twitch and that love what they're doing on Twitch. Like Nikums and Lady Fury right here, and Zero as well. We've got a lot of cool streamers in chat. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give them one more shout out. And for anybody that isn't aware of all the amazing streamers we have in chat right now, I want to give a holler to everyone one last time. Make sure everyone is on the same page so everyone can get with these cool people. Because seriously, I don't think there's anybody on Twitch that couldn't use some more streamers to follow. Am I right? you know, even if you're following too many people in a literal sense, you know, you get those blank spaces sometimes where you could use some more people to check out. So please check out these people in chat. They are wonderful. Click those links, give them follows. You will not regret it. I guarantee you. Smash that motherfucking follow button. There you go. Alright, but let's get back into the game. So, as Canderous is talking about here, he's taking on that army all by himself. And he was just talking about his strategy. Once they'd surrounded them, the bulk of his forces would attack from the rear and defeat them. So, did your plan work there, Canderous?
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed.
Ooh.
I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
So wait, you canceled your badass plan to come up with another even more badass plan, which then worked better than the original badass plan would have worked. Canderous, it's brilliant. So what did they do in response?
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos.
Bam!
It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know?
And yes, once again, if you haven't said happy birthday to Neekums, it's her birthday today. So please make sure and give Neekums a good happy birthday in chat right there. She totally deserves it. A little quiet for you, Abiotic. Is there anyone else in chat the game's a little quiet for? Let me know if that is the case. I'm always willing to tweak the sound a little bit. Canderous, a true Mandalorian. Yeah, he just loves kicking ass. He's very big on that. Oh, no worries, Lady Fury. Thank you again for stopping by, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, Star Wars game, you didn't realize it till just now, Miami Man. Yeah, totally a Star Wars game. Although it takes place about 4,000 years before the Star Wars movies, so you're not gonna really recognize anything. Your voice is so beautiful it overshadows the game by a tad. Alright, hang on just a second. Let me see if I can tweak that just a little bit. Alright, I can't really turn the game up too much, so I'm going to try turning my voice down a little bit. Let me know if that works a little bit. Alright, no, I get what you're talking about, Abiotic. It's a balance thing. Let me see if this happens. Let's see if this works a little bit. Trying to white knight Neekums. Well, it's working, so I approve. You can't see because I don't have the cam, but 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up right there. So yeah, this might have made the balance a little better, but let me know if it still needs some tweaking. I appreciate. I'll mention everybody in chat one more time because you can never mention it enough. But if there's anything wrong with the stream, if it's ever glitching out, or if it's you know, the frame rate's dropping, or if the sound mix isn't good, please let me know. I honestly, it's hard to spot these things when I'm actually streaming, so I need people in chat to tell me about them. So don't ever feel shy. I appreciate hearing stuff like that. It's a shame they've never made a third KOTOR. Old Republic doesn't count. I have, you know, I agree with you, Dead Hero. I agree with you 100%. But I have heard there is at least a KOTOR-ish route if you play a Jedi in that game, and I'd like to check that out at some point. Looking good now, Abiotic? Alright, very cool to hear. Eyebrows shifting around, you might want to fix that. My guy's just had a little bit too much coffee today, so he's a little twitchy. He's a little twitchy. Just don't get on his case about that. He'll explode at you. He's got the coffee rage right there. Shane, your gameplay is a little shoddy. Can you get good, perhaps? I'll see what I can do, hey, Brett. No promises, but I'll see if I can step it up a little bit. Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Neekums Shub's jumping in on that. Alright, so Candace doesn't have anything else to say. Let's see if Mission has anything to chat about.
What can I do for you?
No, I don't think she does.
Have it your way.
You might want to recheck that dead hero. The source that actually claimed they were working on a third KOTOR actually retracted it because he was working on. Apparently, his source was bad. So I believe he's now taking that back, and they don't think they're working on a third KOTOR right now. Although he said it's not impossible. He said he might someday want to make a third KOTOR, or they certainly do, but it's sort of a matter of whether the stars align. The biggest thing with making a KOTOR game is the Star Wars license is not cheap. And paying for it has actually driven a couple companies out of business trying to just produce Star Wars product. So I don't know if it's any worth their while to go for a third KOTOR. It would be cool if they did. I mean, I'd be all over that, but remains to be seen. Fun fact, KOTOR characters' eyebrows are not eyebrows, but caterpillars that move on their own. That is so sci-fi, Elena. And hey there, Elena, welcome into the stream. How are you doing this evening? Sad day in Viking history. Amen, dead hero, amen. Use that lightsaber to kill everything? I kind of am. Except not the good guys, but anything that isn't discernibly a good guy, I am kind of butchering the crap out of. Alright, let's talk to the Wookiee. See if he's got anything interesting to say. Wait, I can ask him to make me grenades? Alright, we might have to check in with him later. That's kind of insane. Let's see. They're probably in a whole new Mass Effect trilogy now. Abiotic, that's my understanding, is they want to go for a full Andromeda trilogy, starting from the first one. I don't know anything about Andromeda. But it is my understanding that it does leave some stuff open at the ending for a sequel, if nothing else. So I wouldn't blame them if they wanted to make more. Trilogies are nice, and the original Mass Effect trilogy is spectacular. I know Nikums is working her way through those right now, and I really enjoyed them when I played them. Certainly, there's flaws. There's plenty of things you can talk about that aren't spectacular in the Mass Effect games, but overall, I really enjoyed what I did with them. Silver lightsaber in 2? I haven't seen that, Joe Visitor, but I don't think I've ever seen a silver lightsaber at all. That sounds pretty badass. If they don't have a Halo, kill it, and if it does, just give them a quick stab just to make sure. just a quick stab to test things out, Miami man. I like your way of thinking. Well, BioWare did KOTOR 1, but Obsidian did KOTOR 2. Right, I always get BioWare and Obsidian mixed up because they actually have passed a couple of different game series back and forth between them. I remember one of the classic RPGs, I don't remember if it was Neverwinter or one of the ones they did before that. I think the first one was done by BioWare and the second one was done by Obsidian, so it's the same thing. No silver in one? Ah, it's a shame.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Let's see if Karth has anything to say, even though he doesn't, because he's a whiny little turd. Let's see if he's got anything.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, are you sure you wouldn't feel better if you just got some stuff off your chest, Karth?
Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most, Saul.
The name sounds familiar?
With good reason. Admiral Saul Kareth is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
Oops, sorry about that, Abiotic, no worries. Dead Hero Baldur's Gate, I believe you are correct. Thank you for cluing me in on that. And Unarmed Pug, there's a workbench in the ship. That makes a shitload of sense, but I hadn't actually thought of that. Thank you for cluing me in on that. Give me just a second here. Alright, no worries, Dead Hero. I will get there soon enough. No offense, but your voice reminds me of Crumb. Here, I'm going to copy your message, Abiotic. This is what Abiotic posted in chat real quick. I have no idea what that is, but I will check it out later. And probably get a good laugh, so thank you, Abiotic. So you didn't think the Admiral would betray the Republic? I assume?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. I mean, even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
Oh, shit. So you blame yourself for... Do you really believe you could have stopped him?
I don't know, maybe. He might have killed me if I tried, or I might have killed him. I was stupid, however, and I let him go. I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
I sound like the Sloven guy. I remember Real Monsters, but for the life of me, I can't think of what any of them sound like. So I'm gonna have to check that out after the chat. That's so weird. I can see I'm picturing the characters and the stuff that happened in my mind, but I can't hear any of the characters in my head. That is so weird. It has been forever, though. Years and years. Thank you for, if nothing else, reminded me of that, Abiotic. Haven't thought about that in a long time. Alright, so you know what, Karth? I can respect that. I think I'd do the same thing in your shoes, honestly. Go kick the guy's ass since he betrayed, all of us.
Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Ugh, Karth. Karth, you're so whiny. The guy who had to carry his eyeballs, that's a guy, alright. I didn't remember which one was which either. That's pretty awesome. I always liked that as a character design, the fact that he had to hold his eyeballs in his hands at all times. That is such a strange character design decision. I mean, I love it, though. I love it. It's absolutely wonderfully weird, if that makes any sense. See, the now non-canon lore of the Old Republic era of Star Wars is fantastic. Agreed, Dead Hero. I was really sad when they took all of it out of canon, and they're bringing some of it back slowly, so I think we might not lose all of the good stuff. Karth appears to... I see a lot of Karth haters in chat, too. Glad I'm not the only one here, but... Oh my god, he is just such a little turd! All the time whining about everything. Alright, so I've got some Rubat crystals, which give me attack +1, damage +1, which is nice right off the bat. And a Bondar crystal, which has a chance to stun for 2 rounds. Ooh. That is interesting. That's an on-hit too, so it should combine with Flurry. So all those, 4 times I'm hitting people, it'll give a chance to stun. That's interesting. Oh, I can put 2 crystals on right now, so sure, let's put a Bondar and a Rubat. Sounds good to me. And then the blue crystal... oh, I can swap out for any of the colors. Alright, I do like my blue, so I think I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, at least we didn't lose Darth Bane. That is nice, too. Thrawn's back? Yeah, the Thrawn coming back is just such a huge deal. Thrawn is such a cool character. Let's see. I'm happy they got rid of the EU as much as I love for it. Yeah, it's true, Overused Chuto. You're not wrong. It was, for as much as there was cool material in there, it was also kind of a millstone around the neck of the franchise. It was holding too many writers back from being able to do cool things. And so overall, I think it is a good thing that they're moving on from it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be sad about it either. Alright, so let's upgrade this because it's amazing. And that'll give it, elemental resistance. Don't mind if I do. Works with, purple lightsabers. I'm a fan of purple lightsabers. I'm not even going to try and hide it. Purple lightsabers are cool. Too bad they didn't get rid of all those prequels. Yeah, I don't think I would have minded that. Prequels were kind of stupid. Let's see. Alright, so that one's a heavy weapon right there. Let's see, can we... No, I think Karth's thing is already upgraded about as good as we're gonna get it. Alright, I think that's all the upgrading we need to do right now. You sound like a Mandalorian chew toy. That is a point of pride right there. I'd be down with that. Mando pride right there. Mando pride. Alright, so plenty of open space on the ship, which I'm going to assume means we're going to get more friends later on, which I'm down with. This is store of emergency food and supplies. So nothing interesting. Plasteel cylinder. Oh, I can't loot my own ship. But all these cool containers. My ship has nothing cool on it. Boo! I wanted to rob myself so badly. Do you wear armor because you aren't a heavy force user? No, I wear armor because I haven't got the Jedi robes yet, Joe Visitor. Which is probably the next thing on my agenda, so thank you for reminding me about that. But yeah, at the time I got my lightsaber, I didn't really understand that armor interacts badly with your abilities, so, you know, I just put on my sweet-ass armor and charged out to my own death. So now that I know better, I'm heading back to the academy anyway, so I'll see if I can pick up some sweet-ass Jedi robes, because they'll look more like a badass as well. It's a win-win-win there, I think. Once I can figure out my way out of this maze-like ship that I seem to have gotten myself lost in. Yeah, I literally can't get out of my own ship. See, did I talk to everyone? Oh, it's just all the places I can go here. How do I leave? There's the exit ramp. How do I flee this nightmare? Ah, the other way, right? This way, maybe? Oh no, that's a storeroom. I went the opposite way. Alright, here we go. Over this way? Maybe no, this is just where Mission's hanging out, and I think we've already talked to her all we can for the current time, so we're not going to bother with her. And we don't need to talk to the droid, T3M4, because he's a droid and has no soul, so we're ignoring him pretty much completely. And as you can see, we can't take Bastila with us until we complete this quest, but we're about to complete it, so we'll be swapping Bastila in very soon here. Which is awesome. I don't think I actually added them to my party. Oh, no, I did. Cool. Oh god, there's a set of Mandalorians in Star Wars games. I can't recall which, but my god, they're all American voice actors trying to put on New Zealand accents. It's hilarious. That sounds almost sad. But I'll have to check that out. Now, there's terrible accents all over the place, especially in American movies. It's really ridiculous. There's some good armors naturally that you needed to use Darkseid to use. Oh, the little droid has tiny little grenades. That's adorable. Oh, hey. I thought he was just going to say the same thing. Take a break from the trials of Jedi training. Speaking of which, I hear you've heard about the Kinrath Caves, the lightsaber crystal caves. How did you know that? I have my sources. Anyway, I've got a little proposal for you. Those Kinrath caves are crawling with crystals. Valuable crystals. Sure, the Jedi use them to make their lightsabers, but not like they need them all, right? I'd pay very handsomely for any crystals that happen to end up in my eager hands. I doubt the Order would approve of that. It's not like you need to tell the Jedi Council what you're doing. It's not like anyone's gonna miss a few extra crystals, right? Anyway, think about it. Bring me those crystals here, and I'll buy them from you. No questions asked. You might want to keep one for yourself. You'll need it for your lightsaber.
Ha! Good to see things in this Jedi Enclave work just like they do out in the real world. Everyone's looking out for number one.
He's not a Jedi, totally doesn't count.
It's not like you'd be stealing or killing anyone or anything.
You wouldn't be the first, you know. I don't think the Jedi Council approves, but they don't make a big deal about it. They've got more important things to worry about. But enough of this. I'm sure there's another reason you came to my shop. What can I do for you? Alright, so let's see what he's got. I don't remember where I buy. I think there's somewhere in the actual training facility where I have to buy the robes, but I'll check. I don't care about T3, he has no soul, but hey, I'm a good guy, honest. Exactly, Elena, you got me figured out. Alright, Dead Hero, you're taking off. Thank you for stopping in, thank you for a follow, and I hope I'll see you around. Either way, take care of yourself and have a great weekend. Alright, so no, he does not have, no, he doesn't have any Jedi robes. Like I said, I think I'm actually going to have to check within the Jedi area itself to get some robes, so we'll go do that there. Alright, nice seeing you in here, that Dead Hero. Very fun talking to you. Alright, so in here we'll be able to turn in the quest, and then we'll be able to throw Bastila in the party too, which is great, because Bastila is fantastic. Alright, so that's the exit from the place we just came from. Oh, hey, it's Juani.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again welcome within the Jedi Order.
Have you spoken to the Council already?
I have spoken to the Council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth about myself, and the truth of my actions. Quatra's injuries were not so severe as I first believed. I was foolish to believe I could harm a master such as she with my clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quatra wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
Candace, you okay over there? Candace? You got something to say, buddy? Settle. Oh, God. He's getting a little stir-crazy over here, I think. If you listen closely to the audio, you can actually hear him padding around in the outside. Dude just cannot stay still. Alright, so you didn't kill your master, you just thought you killed your master because you assumed that as soon as you took to the dark side, you were just super badass. So where is your master then, anyway?
After our last battle, Quatra had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide, you, back to the light. When I left, Quatra knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy.
Oh, God.
And she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help, I have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
Hey, I'm glad to see you're not getting hung up on all this. The past is in the past, you know?
Giving you a second chance like this is a clear sign of weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to believe the Jedi could defeat my people in battle.
Shut up,
The
Candace.
Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever is to come.
No, I'm not involved in radio at all, Joe Visitor. Perfectly fine asking. I didn't go to school for radio. I just did a radio while I was at school. My school didn't like offer a radio production degree or anything. It was just they just had a radio station in there. And so it was just sort of a student club thing. And so I did it for funsies while I was in there. And honestly, I just did it because I was bored and thought it might be something fun to do. And I had a blast. Ended up absolutely loving it. And I considered, I loved it enough that I thought, hey, is this my true calling right here in radio? Could this be what I want to do with my life? And the end result was, honestly, radio, actual radio is a really scary field right now, just because, digital is coming into the space and basically just burning everything to the ground. So, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of scared shitless that if I went into radio, I wouldn't have a future. There wouldn't be any jobs hiring. So I ended up just saying, oh well, this was for fun, but that's it, and then moving on. And it wasn't until years later it occurred to me, hey, Twitch is kind of like radio, and I got into it, and I've been loving it. Absolutely loved it. Oh, I'm glad you're liking Joe Visitor. I appreciate you saying that. Squad mates conversing with each other adds so much. Agreed, overused chew toy. I want every game to have squad members commenting on things. As a matter of fact, there's a game on Steam. I haven't tried it yet. I believe it's called Eon Altar. And I think actually Star Wars The Old Republic did it as well. Where when you play in multiplayer, co-op, your friends that are playing your sidekicks are able to actually control that sidekick dialogue as well in conversation, which is such a cool little advancement from this, and I'd like to see more games try that from there. I'll be honest with you, Twitch is making lots of those kinds of ideas approachable for me too. Understandable, Joe Visitor. It is a similar skill set, and again, it's not for everyone, just like radio wouldn't be. But I love it. I love doing it. I should have gotten... Oh my god. I knew a guy in college who majored in philosophy and minored in Chinese history. And last I heard he was flipping burgers. Either that or I think he was stocking shelves at a Walmart or something like that. So you joke overused chew toy, but I knew that guy. Radio industry sounds so unstable. There are radio personalities that are constantly getting fired, hired at different stations, and rehired years later. Yes. It's such a mess right now. It's every radio station out there is just sort of digging their fingernails in just to survive. It is frustrating, and so I'm glad I didn't follow that path, but I'm glad I found another way to use the same skill set. Bread. Divinity Original Sin lets you co-op like that, or just roleplay between your own characters. I didn't know that. That's another one on my to-do list. Overused chew toy, so I may look into that. Philosophy and political science. Well, you can get some decent consulting jobs for that, overused chew toy. I don't think that's the end of the world, especially political science right now. There's plenty of think tanks hiring, as far as I know, at least in the United States. Now, what about voice acting? Any good at impressions? Not really, Elena. I don't really think I'm spectacular at impressions. I'm sure some people would doubt that, but I don't think I have a lot of range to my voice, and that's what you really need for impressions. You need to have a really wide range of tones you can hit. Now, certainly, if you stick around when you see me doing RPGs like this, when characters need to be voiced, I will attempt to voice them. And if you check on YouTube, if you want to look up my Neverwinter Nights play, which I did a month or two ago, since there's very little voice acting in there, I ended up doing the voices for most of the characters. So if you want to judge yourself, feel free to check it out on there. But I don't think I'm any good, really. Just competent at best. You can't have a fully rounded education without philosophy. However, I wouldn't bankroll work from it. Right, philosophy is a good thing to take a couple courses in for pretty much anybody, just to get a good ground level. I have an insulting job on Twitch. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'd take that job. It's a nice job right there. Majored in history and minored in anthropology, but haven't worked in that field at all. Is that because you have trouble finding work, or because you chose a different path, Elena? If you don't mind my asking, if you're not comfortable with the question, feel free to move away from it, but I'm very curious about that.
You have done well, my pupil. The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was saved, do not dismiss what happened to her. Juhani is both dedicated and true to the ideals of the Order, yet she was still vulnerable to the dark side, as are we all. She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have made its point. Juhani has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test. Congratulations, apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan.
Woo!
You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Jedi. Let me be the first to welcome you as a full-fledged member of our Order.
That is... Alright. Yeah, overused chew toy. I would love to study just about everything I can get my hands on. I love learning, and to this day, I spend a couple hours pretty much every day just reading all the interesting things I can get my hands on, so I'm totally down with you for that. I actually was originally planning to minor in English, but I ended up not doing that just because I was kind of terrified that I wouldn't, or not terrified, I should just say it didn't seem like it would be practical for the field that I was going into. So I didn't end up using it. But I would have liked to. I enjoy language very much. Let's see. Well, I had to take on a lot more student loan debt and going to graduate school to find a job in the field that paid me enough, and I didn't. Oh, that's fair, Elaine. I completely understand that. As much as we'd like to just, chase our dreams, go after whatever wonderful things we'd like to in life, there are financial practicalities in all things. So, I can completely respect if you've got other things going on that prevent you from, really chasing those things down. It happens. It happens. Alright, so let's see. I have the +1 strength gauntlets on. Ooh. There's a +2 strength amplifier right there. Hell yeah. Sign me up for that. And I've got the +3 will save and +2 awareness visor. And all that is a power blast, so I don't need that. I've got the cardio package, which gives me +1 constitution. We've also got +1 dex and immunity mind affecting. Oh right, I did buy this because I was thinking it would be badass to have immunity to mind affecting effects, so that might be nice. Dexterity wouldn't be bad either. I think I'm going to stick with what I've got there for right now. See if anybody else needs anything equipped. Well, I will give her the stabilizer gauntlets. Just because she does have to disarm mines sometimes, so that could be nice. She's got the Republic mod armor on. Good, good. And she's using a standard blaster rifle. What does her feats actually support? I need to check that out and see what would be the best weapon for her. Oh, so she hasn't taken any paths as far as specific weapons. So that might actually be something to look into, is upgrading one of her professions right here. She can't dual wield yet either. So I think maybe just a blaster rifle might be a nice thing for her to take on. See if I can upgrade her skills with that a little bit. Could be nice, could be nice. And Candaris I'm not even to look into because we're going to be ditching him very soon.
Sure.
Alright, but hey, I got my nice badass Jedi robes. Does that mean I can use Force Shield now? Alright, cool. So this is basically the armor I'm going to be using for the rest of the game now. I'm down with that. So let's go ahead and make a save game. It has been a little while since we saved, though we haven't accomplished much because I've been chatting with you wonderful people. And don't get me wrong, I love, if I didn't want to be chatting with people while I was playing, I'd be on YouTube, not on Twitch. This is what I want to do. But, yeah, I do need to remind myself to do things like save every once in a while.
I have nothing left to teach you, Padawan, though a Jedi is ever learning. Even the Masters know their training is but in its infancy. Now is the time for you to seek wisdom outside the training chambers. The lessons that yet await you are to be found beyond the walls of this academy. You should speak to the Council, Padawan. Now that the first stage of your training is complete, I am certain they would be eager to have you aid us in our struggle against Darth Malak and the Sith.
Alright, cool, cool. Chat with everybody in here real quick.
I must congratulate you on your actions. You have saved Juhani and brought her back into the Order, and have given us all great hope for your future success. May the Force be with you as you continue your training.
Now this is something I love too, is by mentioning that, Juhani going off to that grove to meditate on the dark side was basically intended to be part of her training. That means that killing Juhani in the grove is more or less objectively the wrong choice. And I do appreciate when games really put that in there so they can say, hey, you took the wrong choice and screwed up, you moron. I mean, not so long as it, I don't like it's when the game has a right choice and a wrong choice where the wrong choice leads to, a game over or some sort of game-ending condition, but just where you can say you made your choice and it was the wrong one. That's a nice thing I like. Hey, look, it's not Yoda. I prefer discount Yoda myself, Chutoy, but that works as well.
It is good to see Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now, it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first place was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your visions. It may be that exploring the ruins is a task tied to your destiny. That is why the Council has now decided you should be the one to investigate this. The secrets to stopping Malak may be hidden within those ruins. You must investigate them and find what Revan and Malak were looking for.
Nightmare fuel his face, bread? Or just imagining Padawan Girth. Either way, both acceptable answers. Consolation Yoda, yoga, yogurt. I love it. So what happened to the Jedi that went to investigate then?
We do not know. That is one of the things you must investigate. We fear the worst. Is there anything else you want to know?
I kind of want to know why you're sending me on a suicide mission, but so what's the deal with Bastila?
Bastila will be a great Jedi someday. Even among the Masters and the Council, it is rare to find one so skilled in the art of battle meditation. Bastila was there when Revan was slain. Did you know that?
I did. Yeah, Karth mentioned something about it.
Bastila herself does not like to talk about it. She was accompanying the strike team that confronted Revan when the Dark Lord was destroyed. Her role in the death of such a promising young Jedi as Revan upset her greatly. But Bastila knew she had to set her personal feelings aside for the sake of the galaxy and the Republic. The Force is strong with her now, and without her skill in battle meditation, we would have lost this war long ago. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you.
Use the Schwartz? Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Chew toy. I need to check that out again. Really, there aren't too many Mel Brooks movies that I don't need to go back to at some point. Oh, hey, Brad, you figured it out, though. Awesome. For anyone that didn't figure out the overused Chew Toy reference right there, it's Spaceballs. Spaceballs, the old Mel Brooks movie, which is a parody of Star Wars. And I can't promise you it'll hold up, but I'm pretty sure it would. So if you haven't seen it, please do check it out sometime. The comb scene, yes, hey, Brad. Even as a little kid, that absolutely slayed me. I don't know, man. Yoda sent Luke to confront the Emperor and Vader at once, and he came out on top. No, he told Luke not to do it, didn't he? No, I think originally he told Luke not to do it, and then Luke came back, and Yoda's like, nah, I was done with you anyway, more or less. Which I really think was him just trying to get rid of him. I'm tired, Luke. Go away. Leave me alone. Light side works through connections through other people, not through brute strength and corruption like the dark side. True. True.
I demand justice! The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient. Your accusations have no proof, and we do not want you stirring up trouble with the Sandrals if there is some mistake.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
There are other possible explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah, you Jedi are good for nothing but talk. I shall only wait so long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time, Padawan, you may want to investigate this matter.
Sidequest! I shall look into it at once.
If Shen Matale is not returned to his father, it may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matale and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and training are important, of course, but the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance. It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time, something which carries its own rewards.
Alright. And Bastila has a level up, so that's good. Just trying to rationalize why the Masters was in a couple of Padawans where a Master failed. Yeah, they seem to have unusual faith in me like the day I graduated, right? See, Discount Yoda reminds me of Telefrancus. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm not even going to try. Holy crap! Oh my god! Hey, Brad, you want to talk about nightmare fuel and then you link me that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Bread! My god! I don't know what that thing is, but it's going to haunt me in my nightmares. Thank you for that. Folks, click on that link at your own risk. Whew. Whew.
Yes?
Too much. Honestly, having a lot of faith in someone to pull through for you often makes them do better, much better than skepticism. That is also true, overused Chutoy. Having faith in someone else helps them have faith in themselves, which is a badass thing to think about. Alright, attributes. What does the game recommend for her? Wisdom? She is a power user. So yeah, let's go put her point in wisdom. That sounds good. Skills. The game recommends awareness and treat injury. I'm fine with that. Powers. Ooh, what force powers do we want to give her? She has to be level 12 to upgrade Cure, so we can't go there yet. My god, she has so many skills. Throw a lightsaber. Force push. So obviously we want to get powers that complement her existing build and that complement my build, so they help out the party. And as you can see, we really can't get any level 2 abilities yet. Those start in... that's his character, level 6. So I'm not sure why she can't get Dominate Mind yet. Or maybe she can, I'm just looking at it wrong. No, I thought they all had the box like that. That's interesting. It says it's a universal power too, so that's odd. Oh, sorry, that's it's a storyline thing. Dominate Mind can only be gotten by the main character, because they're the ones in conversation, and that's where it gets used. So yeah, she can't get most of her second tier powers yet, so we'll have to decide whether we want to get her just a new ability or whether we want to upgrade her Force Shield. And Force Shield would be nice. Let's see, are there any new powers we want to grab her? Stun Droid is a big candidate. And we're not going to grab her any dark side powers, so that actually might be it. Yeah, we've either got to give her Stun Droid or Force Shield level 2. Since I am going to be such a brute force character, I might want to get her Stun Droid to give us some more options. But then again, she's going to be melee too. Yeah, let's just go ahead and give her shield for right now. She gets enough powers that I don't think it'll be a huge issue. But next level, she'll start getting her tier 2, and that'll be really fun to play around with. Oh, no, she gets another level up right immediately. Sweet. Skills, more awareness, more treat injury, feats. What do we give her for a feat? She's got 2-weapon fighting, that's nice. Because she's using a double-bladed. Does a double-bladed lightsaber require 2-weapon fighting? I'm actually not sure. We could get her Master Jedi Defense, which does sound nice. Weapon-focused lightsaber, that's kind of hard to turn down as well. She doesn't have any armor proficiencies, which is fine. We don't really care about giving her armor proficiencies. Conditioning is nice for pretty much any character. She can actually take implants. That might be cool too. But that's not something I want to really focus on to start out with. Same thing with toughness. Toughness is good for pretty much everybody, but I don't know if she needs it immediately. Dueling! Dueling is a nice thing as well. Oh, that's only for single one-handed weapons, and I don't think a double-bladed lightsaber counts as that. Though I probably should check. If anyone's aware of what a double-bladed lightsaber counts as in the game, whether it counts as a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon, or whether it requires, what was it called? Whether it requires two-weapon fighting, please let me know in chat. I would appreciate that. Speaking of the light and dark side, there's something I feel the EU and the old one doesn't seem to grasp. The light side master does not fight, they cooperate and use diplomacy. They feel the force around them and how they connects and binds life. The dark side is the opposite, but mastery is still an awareness of the power of tyranny rather than brute force. Being scary will sometimes be more influential than being to beat someone up. Right, I think that could be turned around, Chutoi, to another interesting fact, because what if the idea is that these characters that we've seen so far haven't really got a strong grasp of the Force yet. Like, we're still, at the point of the movies, we're still seeing the evolution of Force users as they work their way through how to best use the Force. I don't know that that's really supported by a lot of the canon that exists, but I think that could be a cool way to look at it. Read the description, Durzak? Oh no. Oh, it says double-bladed weapon right there. It's literally staring me in the face. Thank you, Durzak. Much appreciated. Alright, so since she is using a double-bladed lightsaber, we definitely want to drop those penalties as quickly as possible. Right now, it's, it's probably a balanced weapon, I imagine. I don't know if it, Either way, yeah, we're going to want to get those penalties off her back, so let's go ahead and do that, and we'll add the feat. Good deal. And then more powers, and now she does have tier 2, so that's very cool. Yeah, no, the original trilogy wasn't made specifically to build the groundwork for the EU, so there's always going to be lots of plot holes in there and contradictions, but I think they've done better than a lot of services have in integration, what with the whole Force Wiki and with, or the Holocron and Leland Chi and everything like that. I think that's a very good job that they've done there. So let's see, Force Whirlwind, that sounds very cool. But we don't need to focus on her as an attacker. We want to focus on her as a support, I think. So we can upgrade Stun to Stasis, which might be nice. Let's see, so Energy Resistance is just for her, but Improved Energy Resistance is the entire party. Grants immunity to poisons and diseases and absorbs the first 15 points of damage from sonic fire and cold. Alright, so that might be nice since that does affect the whole party, like I said. Let's see, Night Valor, that's a nice buff, but again, it's just for her, I believe. Of the Jedi and all party members. Alright, so Night Valor does affect everybody. So I think Night Valor or Improved Energy Resistance. Actually, I think Night Valor would probably be the thing to go for. I'm down with that. So yeah, let's get Night Valor, and then she can buff the party a little bit better than she was before. Yeah, Zero, it's points, not Nuyen. Speed, speed, speed. Well, I don't want her to be a pure attacker, is the thing. I'm going to be doing most of the damage to start out with, and so I'll have her be the buff. And my third party member will kind of be between. Alright, yeah, they behave like wielding 2 weapons. Thank you for letting me know they're overused, Chutoi. I think we'll stick with that for right now. And speed, yeah, Elena, I plan to add speed at some point, but if I remember correctly, Bastila's class should allow her to get a shitload of powers, so I think I'll be able to get speed later on. Or I could be screwing myself. It could be. Either way, thank you for the advice. I do appreciate it. Alright, wow, we have spent a shitload of time in here. One thing before we leave, though, is let me check her loadout. So she's just equipped with clothing, which is good for her force powers, but is there anything else we can put on her to do a little better? So she got Brejik's gloves, but we don't really need her to be dexterous, we need her to be strengthy. Let's go ahead and put that on her. And then we can actually give Mission Brejik's gloves, because she can use dexterity as a ranged user. I think that'll work out well for now. And then we need to go over to the table, or the workbench, and see if we can upgrade her lightsaber a little bit while we're in town, as it were. Oh no, did you link that picture in Discord, hey Brad? Oh my god, so it'll be my nightmare forever. I love it. I love it. Alright, good, so we do have one crystal we can put in her lightsaber. That's apparently all we found in that cave to give to her. I'd still prefer me to have the best lightsaber since I'm going to be the first one in any battle jumping in, but still, that'll work. Oh, I can change her lightsaber color too, which might be nice, because yellow is kind of an ass color. I don't think any of these colors actually do anything besides actually just changing the color. Let's give her a nice green crystal for there. I like that a little better. Alright, cool. Yeah, see? I like that better than the yellow anyway. 0! That's what I'm saying, man! I don't know what the hell that is, but it terrifies me at a very deep primal level. Alright, so we have our missions. We've got a side quest to do, and we've got a main quest to do. Let's check our journal. So here's the side quest. I think we're going to go for this one first. Alan Matal has approached, Matali, I think is how they pronounce it actually, has approached the Jedi Council and demanded action. He believes that the head of the rival Sandril family, Nurik Sandril, has kidnapped his son. The Jedi Council has decreed that you may investigate the disappearance, so long as it does not detract from your main quest. Side quest! I love them. Girth. You've learned that Karth's mentor Saul Karath was one of the first to defect to the Sith cause. It's no wonder Girth has trust issues, though he seems reluctant to talk about it now. What a surprise. The Jedi Council has ordered you to investigate some strange ruins on Dantooine. It would seem that this is one of the places Revan and Malak visited when they were on the planet, and it may hold some key to their fall. So that'll be our main mission, but first we're going to go for the feud thing. The Hatfields and McCoys, as it were. Don't I have my... There we go, Bastila. Where the heck were you? Come on, we're heading out. Alright. So you may remember we've been here before, so we don't... That's, the good thing is that means we don't have to check too much while we're here. We can pretty much just blaze our way through. I should have seen if anyone from the council actually wanted to buy those crystals. Oh, hey, here's Elise. We need to talk to her too, don't we?
My droid is still missing. I can feel him like a hole in my aching heart.
I'm afraid your droid had to be destroyed, Elise. Or do I want to try to lie to her and say he was destroyed by Cathhounds? No, we promised the droid we'd do the right thing.
My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
You alright, Elise? Everything cool? Oh no. Elise, oh man, she's... I hope she's gonna be okay. That's a little spooky with her just wandering off like that. Lady needs her sex bot. You know, I think one of the options to ask that droid back there was whether that was going on, but I couldn't bring myself to click on it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet?
I killed some of them on the plains.
Good. Good. Put them down like the animals they are. But now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too.
Alright, I'll come back if I see a tough Mando.
Thank you, young Jedi.
Alright, so I got those turned in. I don't think I have any other side quests sitting around here that need to do anything. You told Elise that her droid had been destroyed. She was devastated. She ran off towards the Jedi Enclave. Oh, shit. Alright, if she ran off towards the Jedi Enclave, let's see if we can figure out where she went. Make sure she's going to be okay. Little worried. Little worried. She's lost her sex bot. Companion! Sorry, companion. And, we can only hope she's going to be alright. I don't think she'd actually be in the Jedi part, because she's not a Jedi. So let's head over this way and see what we can see. I could be wrong, though. I don't think she'll show up on my map, though. We don't have an easy way to find her, I don't think. Those are just normal Jedi. There isn't a whole ton out here besides my ship, so if she was out here, I'd spot her pretty much immediately. Now she'll never get off this planet. Well played, hey, Brad? I don't see her out here. Is there any chance she'll show up on my map? That'd be pretty convenient, but no, I don't think so. Alright, I'll check in the main Jedi chambers, but otherwise I don't know where she's gotten to. Unfortunate. I mean, you know, to me it was just a big, hideous-looking metal dude with the eyes in the wrong place, but hey, whatever floats your boat, I suppose. Just, the robot was pretty freaked out by things. I mean, you know, maybe things have gone wrong with your sex bot if your sex bot is asking for death. Just saying. I think the relationship may have taken a turn, is all we're going to say right there. Hey, it's Elise.
I took the loss of my droid much too hard. I feel I must apologize.
She did. Well done, hero. No, I found her. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. No need to apologize, Elise. It's all good. You were upset about the loss of your sex bot companion. Sorry. Don't know I keep saying that.
But I must. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, you see. Maybe I thought that through the droid, my husband could live again, be with me still.
I think we understand. Love can do strange things to anyone.
But I went too far. I could not see what was missing in living a normal life. Fortunately, in my grief, I returned here and ran into Samt, an absolutely fascinating man.
He seems like a nice enough guy.
Samt and I got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. I think we'll be seeing more of each other. It's funny how things work out in the end. Maybe there is such a thing as fate, after all. But I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk about. I just wanted to thank you for what you've done for me, and what you tried to do. Goodbye, and thank you.
Aww. We may have murdered her droid, but everything worked out well in the end. I'll take that. His eyebrow game shows the implication. I wasn't even paying attention. For some reason, I think I've just gained myself an immunity to the eyebrows. I'm never looking straight at them. I think I'd probably be driven insane if I was just watching them jump up and down all day. They're going to talk. Yeah, that's the kind of talk I don't want to be anywhere within earshot of. Want at least a couple of good sturdy walls between me and their violent, messy talking. So I'll just excuse myself. Let you two be. And we will venture forth. Need to get started on things anyway. Here's the weapons seller. Let's see if we have anything we need to sell him. I suspect we probably do. Let's see. Combat suit. Havoc's war suit. Let's go ahead and sell the unnamed combat suit. Oh, it doesn't actually get us much. I don't think we'll be needing anything like that again. A regular short sword. I don't know, we've got so many good weapons at this point, I don't think we need to keep the crappy stuff. Let's go ahead and get rid of the short sword and the long sword. Got a whole shitload of crystals, which actually do pay pretty well. I might have to consider parting with some of those at some point. But otherwise, stuff we could sell, but not necessarily things we need to sell. Obviously, I'm going to continue to be a pack rat, so I'm going to keep a lot of this shit around. far longer than I ever need to. Oh, melee upgrade. Good to hear. But for right now, yeah, I think we're alright on money and whatnot. And it looks like there is an area I missed exploring here the first time, so that might be where those last Mandos are, so let's go ahead and check that out. If nothing else, there's some Cath Hounds who we can probably kick the ass of. Test our new upgrades and force powers and whatnot. Flurry him! Yes! Nice. And there's plenty more where that came from, unfortunately, so let's get started on them next. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, they're wailing on me. There we go. Alright. Let's do it to it! Nice. Yeah, I'd definitely say after those upgrades I'm feeling a little better about our combat potential here. And I really do like this force jump. Holy crap. Boom! Right in there. And then the flurries begin immediately. We must have critted him. We almost finished him off one shot there. We're not going to be able to jump to him because there's that rock in the way, so we'll just run over to him the old-fashioned way. Oh man, there's a whole lot here. That's not good. Gonna have Bastila go ahead and start on some healing. And then I'll get back to the business of flurrying the shit out of these guys. Alright, he's down. Flurry this guy. He's down. I'll start with the weak ones, just to get some sources of damage out of the way, so we don't get overwhelmed. There we go. Alright, he's taken down, so all we got is the big one left. He's down with that. Finish him off! Oh, he kind of rubber banded the hell out of there. I don't know what happened there. There we go. That battle actually went really well for the sheer quantity of guys there. I'm happy with that. Yeah, Drive, I officially made Padawan, so hell yeah. Hell yes. Such a strange combo of animal noises. Yeah, that got loud and messy in equal quantities right there. Now it's time that you get force speed to max. I'm working on it. I'm working my way through the power tree. There's a lot of powers I want to get, but that's definitely up there. Alright, so there's the ruins. We're going to want to do that last, but I'm glad that I know where they are. First order of business is still our delicious side quest. And seeing what we can do with that. So let's see where this leads. Alright, this leads to the Matali grounds, so we'll probably find the last of the Mandos here, and then we can actually get to the Matali family and start sorting out their issues. Boom! That is so fun, seriously. Come on. Alright, there we go. And then take this guy out. Shouldn't take too much trouble. Is he dead? He just hasn't figured it out? What's going on here? No, he's still alive. Finish him off. There we go. Now we'll jump on this guy. And we got more. Start on them immediately. Well, for me, force speed always was the priority because there's nothing that actually tops extra attacks. True, but you know me, I do like me some versatility. So I'm sure I'll get there in time, but for right now, I'm trying to diversify my portfolio, as it were. Man, these guys are going down really fast. I'm kind of enjoying it. Do we have more? Ooh, we have more. And of course, Bastila just jumps to the attack before I can even catch my breath. Bastila, you are bloodthirsty tonight. It's kind of freaking me out.
There.
Alright, let's get rid of those normal attacks and more flurries. Lightsaber flurries. we go. Sweet! Yeah, usually your diversity gets in the way and makes life harder. This is also true, Trav. This is very true. But, it is a mistake I enjoy making. Flurry him! Alright, he's down. Flurry this guy up. And we're good. I think we cleared this whole area at this point. A lot of Cathhounds here. A lot of Cathhounds. How have you not played this game yet, Zombie Ritual? There's so many good games out there, and I am a busy man. Which isn't a spectacular excuse, but it's the one I'm using. But hey, welcome into the stream, Zombie Ritual. How are you doing this evening? Good to see ya. Ooh, wow, this one had a settler right here, had a lot of stuff on it, and a diary. Check that out real quick. Let's see. There is no diversity either because there's no dark side talents. True, Durzak, there is that as well. Overused Chuto, you are taking off. Alright, well thank you again for stopping into the stream. Thank you for that awesome host earlier. I really do appreciate it. And good luck with Might and Magic 8 next time you're playing it. Actually, hang on. Before you take off, I didn't actually give a shout out right here to Overused Chutoy, who, if you like retro games, he's been playing, from what I understand, is also a retro game player. I've seen him playing Might and Magic 8 with some mods recently, so if that sounds interesting, feel free to click on that and give him a follow as well. Don't follow that guy, he's an ass. Oh, there's another point of view as well. But yeah, take care of yourself, man. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, so here's the side quest. You have found the body. Ooh! Hey, there's the missing guy, too. The Cassis Sandrel. So, as I, was wandering around trying to figure out where to go, I accidentally bumped into the side quest right there. What do you know? The journal you found on the body tells you that he was an amateur archaeologist who was investigating strange ruins across Dantooine. By the wounds on his body, it would seem that he was mauled to death by Cathhounds. Alright, so it looks like he just died of natural causes. Just bumped into some Cathhounds and they finished him off. Well, that seems to be awfully easy there. Let's see if I can directly check out some of those journals that we got. I never actually checked out the Mando journal like I meant to, because of course, can't remember anything for more than 5 seconds. So let's see what we can find. Alright, here's Cassis' diary. This is the diary of Cassis Sandrel, amateur archaeologist. Details his efforts to discover the source of the ancient ruins found across the surface of Dantooine. Upon reading of it, you gather that he had found some correlation between the ruins and something called the Rack. Interesting, I have no idea what that is. Mandalorian datapad. Jarg went missing in Sector B, then Riza saw someone moving south of there. Take a couple troops and find out who it is. If they look suspicious, terminate. Jarg, did you remember not to take out the XT model bike today? There was something funny with one of the intakes, and I thought it could jam. Ha! Consider yourself lucky. If someone was dumb enough to take that thing out, he would have plowed right into the ground within a kilometer. Oh, jeez. Cactus sandal? Oh, man! Don't make a cactus sandal. That sounds intensely painful. Please do not do this thing. Oh man, I thought I cleared this area, but nope, here's another one of these assholes. And then there's this asshole. Yep. I love that I get, like, no height on that jump. I just, like, teleport straight to the guy. It looks really funny to me, anyway. Alright, over here looks like the Sandrel Estate proper. So, I'll explore around back and see if there's anything else we need to see and get it all discovered on my map. And then we'll go ahead and peek inside and start the investigation. But yeah, don't wear cactus sandals. That sounds intensely painful, and you get sandals for like $1 at the store. Just do that instead. Just get normal ass sandals. That's all I ask. Seems simple enough. It is forced jump, so it's more of a launch than a jump. True, it's like an Olympic long jump, I assume, but it still looks a little strange. Seeing it in action is all I'm saying. And I suppose if he was to get too much vertical height, then you'd be in the air and you'd risk enemies like shooting at you. You'd be vulnerable, you'd have to worry more about your ankles on landing and crosswinds and stuff like that, so it makes sense to do it like that.
This is private property. Well, what
authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I come by on behalf of the Jedi Council. I wish to speak to Alan Matale.
You have come from the Jedi Council. Master Matale wishes to speak with you. I will inform him that you are here. Remain at this location until he arrives.
Alright. Go ahead. Lots of droids. That's lots of droids. Yeah, it's a little paranoid, I think.
My protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored. Though I think your time would be better spent interrogating the Sandrels as to the whereabouts of my son Shen.
Now, why are you so certain the Sandrels are to blame?
Many years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here, the Sandrels arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since. The injustices the Sandrels have committed against the Matales are far too numerous to name. But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandrel droids trespassing on my land.
What do they end up doing here?
I have no idea what nefarious purpose lay behind their arrival. My own assassination, perhaps? Destruction of my property? Maybe a simple spy mission? I wasn't about to find out. My own security droids destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived.
Oh, jeez.
It was shortly after this incident that Shen, my only son and heir to the Matale estate, vanished. Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandrel clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids.
I'll go speak to him.
The only resolution possible is the immediate return of my son. Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Now I understand.
Wait, what?
I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done. I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for rescuing Shen from the Sandrels. I will present the credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you.
No, dude, I'm not looking for a bribe. These things just take time. I will remain neutral despite your attempted bribe.
Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including razing the entire Sandrel estate. Until you find Shen, Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
Of course, I don't have the option immediately to mention to him that his son's already dead and we already found the corpse. So let's save real quick and then break the bad news to him, see how that goes over.
Return the young Master Matale to this estate. His
Oh, jeez, and I can't. Oh, no. Am I going to play KOTOR after I finish this one, Durzak? No, I'm not going to play it right afterwards, but KOTOR 2 is going to be on my 2 playlist. So I wouldn't expect it anytime soon, but it is something that I will be playing at some point. Alright, so I can't get into the Matale estate either. So apparently I can't just straight up tell him, hey dude, your son's dead. Sorry. So I guess we're going to have to go talk to the Sandrels, which is not a terrible thing, since he appears to want to go murder them. So let's take this path south, because I'm pretty sure that's not where we came from. So we can do a little more exploring, maybe. But yeah, no, I like Star Wars, and I like BioWare, and I like Obsidian, and I'm liking this game enough that I do plan to play it, so no worries about that. But, yeah, just because I like keeping a good amount of variety on the stream, I don't think it'll be an immediate thing. But, I assume you, that's something you'd want to see played, Durzak? It's a game you enjoy? If I'm reading you right there? I have heard a lot of good things about it, aside from the fact that it has a lot of unfinished content. And I suspect if I do play it, I'd probably be using the restoration mod to make sure I got everything that was in there. That's what I've been told. That's basically the only logical way to play it, is to throw on the restoration mod. Although if you've heard any good or bad about it, I'd be curious as well. Alright, not a ton of XP for those guys, but may as well just butcher my way through it. Still waiting on Mask of the Betrayer, true. KOTOR 2 is not that bad. I'll take that as a ringing endorsement. But yeah. And with the restoration mod, it's pretty good. Alright. Good to hear. Oh, no. I want to jump to him first. Dang it. There we go. Standard attack. We'll get there. Standard attack. Then we go with the flurries. Oh, I couldn't even jump to him because mission was in the way anyway. Oops. Alrighty. So yeah, consider that something that I will be doing at some point in the future. Most definitely. There haven't been too many games that I've played on stream. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if I can name any games I've played on stream where the answer has just been straight up, no, I don't think I'm going to try out the sequel. A lot of these things have been, pretty much every game I've played, I've enjoyed at least enough to want to check out so far. There's been, I've been lucky enough to get very few bad games on stream so far, and I'm sure that's a trend that can't last forever, but so far I've been super duper lucky with the games I've gotten. I'm really happy with that. Alright. Up, I see more Mandos.
Ah, so this is the meddler. You have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi. I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
Just a reminder, you did lose the war, and you're gonna lose this one too. Spoiler alert! Gonna kick your ass. Let's go for the weaker ones first, of course. So we can get him out of the game. Ooh, he is tough. Get that Durosin back and start flirting him. Ooh, he's actually defending against me. What do you know? Holy crap, I'm almost down. Bastila, I need you to bust out a flurry, or a couple of cures as soon as possible. And I am, in fact, gonna cure myself as well.
Sure.
Alright, good, got to me in time. Ooh! I got knocked down anyway. Wow, he does tons of damage. Alright, let's see, what's Mission doing? Mission? Gonna need some good support here. Who have we got? Alright, so let's finish off this Mandalorian first order of business with Master Sniper Shot. Oh, holy crap, she's down too? Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna win this fight. I don't know. 3 against 1, she is not spec to survive on her own here. Holy crap, this fight is hard. Let's see where I saved it. I don't think it's too far back. Yeah, Rip Bastila. Wow. Wow, that was brutal. But hey there, Owen. Welcome into the stream. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. Yeah, I was, I think that's only the second or third time I've party wiped so far this game. Power crit strike right there. Shame he only used it 3 times. Shame he only used it 3 times. No, if he used it any more, I think that would have just been embarrassing, or more embarrassing than it was anyway. But yeah, Crit Strike, definitely a big thing. I'll have to remember to buff before we go into the battle this time. I was just so eager to dive in and show off. That's what I get for it, I suppose. I was feeling a little overconfident, perhaps. perhaps just a tad overconfident. And then perhaps got my ass kicked for my overconfidence. Luckily, I do have Force Shield that I can lean on, since I don't have spectacular armor anymore. Oh, that was the other thing, is I'm kind of used to having awesome armor to use, but now I'm just got my Jedi robes, so I've got to use my Force powers to compensate for it. That's something I should have been thinking about as well. First Planet as a Jedi gets wrecked by a Mando with a sword. I know, I am ashamed to my people. I understand, Owen, you don't need to tell me. I have made mistakes. I have made embarrassing mistakes. Those Mandos, man. Those Mandos, they are badasses, I'll give them that. We may have won the war, but they did give us a run for our money, if nothing else. I'll give them that much. Do Jedi even have seppuku? If not, I can invent it. I'll take care of that for them. Alright, so then there is some more Kathhounds in the trees here, so we'll get to them next. The Jedi seppuku. I mean, if they got lightsabers, they must have occurred to have used them for that at some point, right? You'd think. No, not according to this guy. Oh yeah, no, especially in this game, Vibro Blades are very legit. You can do a shitload of damage with them. No discounting that at all. As he just proved, you know, if there was any doubt about that, I think that Mando just showed the incredible things that can be accomplished with a Vibro Blade.
So I will add you.
Alright. Alright, so the fight's just started, so let's go ahead and do a little buffing first. So I'll have her Knight Valor. Oh, she's gonna shield first, then Knight Valor. Then energy resistance. And then if you got anything left, go burst of speed and start the combat. I will... See, I'll put up my Force Shield. And then Knight Speed. Energy resistance, and then we'll get started. And you, Mission, why don't you start sniping the crap out of this Duros. And break. I don't think everybody was using their powers there. She's using the speed coming up, though. And I think after that I'm going to have her start heal botting a little bit, if she's got any force points left. And let's see. I got a little arrow there, but it doesn't exactly say what I'm buffed with. Now, I'll put on Night Speed if I've got the points for it. And then, yeah, oh wow, that Duros went right the hell down. So let's start on this Mando next. Jump to him, and then start flurrying him.
Sure.
And go! Ooh, that is working. I like it. What? Bastille is down? Oh my god! Alright, yeah, we need to focus on this guy. Screw all that. This guy needs to go down right away. He is way too dangerous. Luckily, that seems to be working okay against him. Hey, Mission. Alright, yeah, she's focused on him. Sniper shot him, why don't you?
Yes.
If we can take him down, I get the... Oh no, he's... Oh my god. Wow, she does like no damage. Even with sniper shot. Holy crap. Wow. It's a tough encounter. I might need to use my buffs before going into battle. I was a little worried about doing that because of the time limit. I mentioned before, I know in some games going into a dialogue will sometimes clear all your buffs, but I wasn't sure about this one. I remember a quest in KOTOR 2, it was duels versus Mandos with forced weapon selection, not a fun quest. I can't imagine, Durzak, that sounds scary as hell. Jin gives commands to everyone, but forgets to give command to his main character. Tactical masterpiece! Alright, Trev. Mandos in the KOTOR universe were somewhat challenging, as opposed to Old Republic Mandos, where they're mediocre guys with guns mob. Oh, that is sad. Why would they neuter them like that? They're such cool characters, in the fluff as well as everything else. Alright, so we'll stop right here, and we will start the buffs. Oh, not cure. Force shield, night speed, energy resistance. And then you, force shield, night valor, energy resistance, force shield. And Mission doesn't have any buffs to use on herself, so let's get these out of the way. See, I think he just uses the one power there. He doesn't actually go through the whole sequence, so I don't actually think I can queue things up outside of combat. That's kind of sad.
I'm here.
Alright. Then night speed, and Bastila also hit up a night speed.
What can I do?
Oh, and I'm... Why didn't I just use night speed right there? That's weird.
Yes?
I have no idea. I might already have it on me. Alright, so I think I'm good, so let's charge into battle now.
So I will...
Alright, so yeah, we need to take care of him right off the bat. He is way too dangerous. So let's start with that. As much as I'd like to keep her in reserve as the buff person, I'm going to have her open with a stun. And then after that, see if she can flurry the crap out of him. And Mission as well. Why don't you sniper shot the crap out of him? And... Alright, so he's immune. Ooh, wow, look at my health. Oh god, I'm down already. Holy shit, this guy. This guy.
What can I do?
Did he just one-shot Bastila? My god. That is terrifying. Well, we're not beating this guy this turn, that's for sure. Ooh, wow, that was hard. That one shot right there. Let's try that again. I think we might have to actually let them come to us instead of diving into the middle of them this time. That might be a better strategy as well. I think speed gives the major boost to user and minor to party. Possibly. I don't think I have that level yet. Going for the strongest one first might not be the best strategy because the weaker ones will still continue to shoot you, but they die quicker. True, Drav. I'm just worried about because that critical shot of his is wiping us the hell out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Owen, is he's just killing us so fast. We're actually defending against the other guys. I saw a lot of deflections going on. Nades! Yes! I actually forgot I had nades, Durzak. That's not a bad idea. Alright, so now that I know I can't queue up buffs, we can make sure that everybody gets buffed properly. So let's do that. Start with Force Shield. And then... Burst of Speed.
Sure.
And then... Energy Resistance.
What can I do?
Not actually sure if all these buffs are going through. It's really hard to tell. And I think we're good with that. Oh, and Night Valor. Cue that up as well. Alright, cool. We're good. So now, I think we're good. Let's go into the fight.
I will add...
Alright, so... Let's see. Yeah, let's have Mission toss some grenades right in there, why don't we? Mission, just grenade the shit out of them. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, have Mission toss a couple grenades. I'll have, wait, I think I might be canceling Mission's action when I click on my character there accidentally. I have her toss 3 grenades. Have my character do the Jedi thing and toss a frag grenade, and then I'll have Bastila do the also Jedi thing and toss a frag grenade, and go! Why is she running into combat? God dang it, Bastila.
Sure.
Alright, so that unfortunately didn't work quite as planned. So start flirting him, Bastila. We're gonna have to advance here. Bastila, why don't you see if you can clean up a little bit, actually. And Mission, we're gonna have to abandon playing grenades because she decided to dive in there. And I'll have her start shooting the Duros, because they're the weakest among us. And go! Let's see, Bastila, I'm going to have her be heal-botting this whole time, too. Yeah, I'll just have her crank out the heals. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit more survivability. Hopefully. Ooh, he's almost down. We can totally do this. Alright, Mission, where are you at? Oh, cool. Alright, Mission, go ahead and keep finishing these assholes off. As you do, Bastila, keep up with the healing. Nothing else. And me, finish him. Finish him. Yes! We did it! With the power of grenades. Whew, man, that was a tough one.
Yes?
And Bastila's out of heal bots, unfortunately, so I'll have to use my powers, I guess. And that'll do for now. Yo, remember when Jedis threw grenades all the time? Same exactly smile. It's in like every movie. That's all the Jedis ever do is, you know, drop their lightsaber on the ground and just start two-handed chucking grenades at all in their path. Very, very popular motif with all Jedi in all movies. And if not, I'm making it the new style. Alright, so that is the Mando side quest taken care of. He had those 2 lightsabers on him, so he was keeping those as trophies. That's kind of scary. But that's some decent loot. He might have some upgrade items we can steal off there too, so that's good. And I'll grab everything else in here. There's no problem in the universe that cannot be solved with a healthy application of high explosives. Owen, I like the way you think. If that isn't the Jedi way, let's make it the Jedi way. Starting from now. Mines are not bad either. Force-guided nades sound not that bad. Right, Durzak? What's the point of having the Force if you can't use it to nade some dudes? Am I right? Am I right? I think I am. Jedi actually just force-throw grenades at enemies. They never need to die. Right? Jedi have to have some range on them at some point, right? Surely they can't solve every conflict by running into melee range. No, they must have had to do something. And I'm thinking that something is throwing grenades with the Force. Alright, so there's the cave, and there's the Sandral estate over there, so that's where we're headed. We already cleared out the cave. I don't think there's anything more to find in there. Save! Yes, Owen! Thank you! Thank you for reminding me. Oh, I forget that all the goddamn time. If there's anything in here, you know, like I said, I don't want any backseating in here. I don't want any spoilers. But if there is an exception to the backseating rule, it's definitely reminding me to save. Because, oh my god, do I forget to save all the time. And oh my god, losing I have sometimes lost considerable amount of playtime just because I've forgotten to save. So please do keep on me about saving. Especially after big battles like that are really difficult. That's what Force Lightning's for, but Force Lightning's evil, Trav. That's for the bad Sith. Or so says George Lucas. George Lucas actually said to an author once, I forget which author, but he'd actually said in canon, that Force Lightning is always evil. Its application is always an evil thing to do. There is no good application of Force Lightning. Which is kind of silly, and another good reason that George Lucas is out of the picture at this point. Zero, get something to eat, dude. Go eat. Well, grenades are evil too. I don't think George Lucas ever mentioned that. Non-family members are not permitted entrance. Dang it! Is this not the Sandrill Estate? I thought this was the Sandrill Estate. Oh, I gotta go around to the other side. Alright, cool. I think. Hashtag save Shane. Exactly. Command add timer to remember to save Shane. Oh man, that would actually work good. No good application of Force Lightning? Then how do the Jedi charge their lightsabers? Yeah, I haven't seen any USB ports in Star Wars, so that seems like it would work. And hey there, Bold Dark Legend, how are you doing this evening? Welcome in.
This is private property. By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
I come on behalf of the Jedi Council.
The Council? If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Sandrills are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
I actually know that already, but I still need to play through here. I'm not in league with the Matales, but I do have to speak to Nurik. Oh, no, sorry. I'm looking for, Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, I misread this. So the kid I found dead wasn't actually the Matale's kid, it was the Sandrill's kid. Oh god, that complicates things. So, oh my god, so the Sandrills actually may be responsible for the kidnapping. If they thought that maybe the Matale's kidnapped that kid, who was actually just killed by Cathhounds. Oh man, this is getting complicated. Doing great, Bold Dark Legend? I am doing alright myself, thank you for asking. This game actually had laser sword batteries? I haven't seen those yet, Onanimous. And welcome into the stream as well. How are you doing tonight?
Nureg left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall. Nureg will meet with you there.
Laser swords. There is nothing but lightsabers. Lightsabers all day long. Alright, so I actually get to go inside this guy's place. That's nice.
I have been informed by my protocol droid that you wish to speak to me.
Your son Cassus is dead. I have seen his body.
Cassus is dead? I was afraid of this. Yet in my heart I knew it must be true. What happened to my son?
Lightning port. Smile. Smile. Hashtag kill me. Appropriate. Jeez. Laser sword. No lightsabers? That's what I'm saying. Lightsaber's much superior. He was killed by Cathhounds while exploring the Dantooine ruins.
Cathhounds? I was so certain the Matale family was to blame. But this changes nothing. My own son is dead. Why should I shed one tear about the disappearance of my bitter enemy's son?
Typical. Anything to continue the feud which has become so customary to you people.
I must ask you something, though it is difficult for me. My son had a diary, his private, personal thoughts. Now that he is gone, I have nothing else to remember him by. Please, the diary means more to me than it ever could to you. I will give you 100 credits for its return.
Lightsaber is a misnomer. Sabers are curved. Curved swords. Brilliant meme there. You're actually not wrong, are you? Well, cavalry sabers. No, cavalry sabers are curved too. Huh. How have I been a Star Wars fan for this long on Animus and that's never occurred to me? Kind of blowing my mind right here. Disney should make a light katana to cash in those weeb bucks. Seriously, if they made one of those, number one, the fan outrage would be hot enough to melt the earth. And number two, yeah, they'd make a million bajillion bucks on it, so it's gotta be a matter of time on Animus before somebody thinks of it. Here is the diary, Nurik, but you may keep your money. I need no reward for this task.
I thank you for this. The diary is all I have left of my son. We have nothing further to discuss. Please, leave me to my grief.
Alright, so he wasn't very helpful.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale?
Yes, do you know something about Shen's disappearance?
My name is Rahasia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassis disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Does this have anything to do with what happened to Shen? Or here, Cassis was killed by Cathhounds. The Matales had nothing to do with it.
Cassis is dead? It is as I feared. Though I'm relieved the Matales are not responsible. My father is a good man. When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too harshly.
Light Sword sounds kind of dumpy, though. Yeah, you're right, Derzak. Light Sword doesn't really have the same ring to it. And a Laser Sword just sounds, pretty lame, too. There's gotta be some other term you could use for it, though, right? I'll think of something. I blame physics. Why does light have to behave like a wave and a particle? If it didn't do that, maybe a curved lightsaber blade could be possible. Damn physics, always getting in the way of my cool sci-fi weapons. Am I right? George Lucas called them laser swords in documentaries. I should mention this to you guys. If you guys have never seen... If you guys are big Star Wars fans, see if sometime you can track down George Lucas's first draft of Star Wars. It is so garbage. It'll absolutely blow your mind. Seriously, the first draft is just terrible. The worst of cliche sci-fi drivel, and very little recognizable from what the final movie was. It's really incredible. Alright, look, I don't mean to judge your dad. I just want to find Shen Matale here.
You must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Elena, I can't bring myself to say anything's worse than the Christmas special. You got me there. You do. Well, they have light whips in canonized extended universe. Plus in, I know it was in Rebels. I think it was in, Clone Wars as well, the cartoon. They had a black lightsaber. And I don't understand how that makes the tiniest bit of sense. Alright, look, there's clearly going here somewhere with this about your father. Just tell me what happened.
My father has kidnapped Shen Matale.
Damn it!
He is holding him prisoner here in the compound.
Damn it!
He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassis.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No! Since Cassis went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassis. I'm afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
Yeah, that is kind of worrisome. Negative light sword Animus, of course. Of course, how did I miss that? It was so obvious. Thank you. Dang it. Why are you telling me all this?
Shen is an innocent victim in all this. My father is not a bad man, but his grief has driven him to madness. He must be stopped. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
What exactly is the problem between your families? Why the hell are you feuding in the first place?
Alan Matale and my father have had problems ever since they settled on this world. To hear my father tell it, Alan is a brute and a bully, but a rich one. He feels his credits give him the right to step all over normal people. My father stands up to Alan because no one else will. But now he thinks Alan has taken my brother Cassius and has imprisoned Shen as revenge. Please find Shen and free him. You are my only hope.
Oh yeah, I got light side points there too. Nice. Maybe from dark light, of course. Another wonderful, brilliant, obvious solution there, Bold Dark. You put a 1A instead of an A in your shader, and boom, black lightsaber. I didn't know the Force had control over shaders as well. Can they do anti-aliasing? Is that another Jedi power I've never heard of? Such a lust for vengeance, just like a big boss. Of course, Barbosa. Barbosa, welcome into the stream. Lightcore as well. How are you two doing this evening? Good to see the both of you. Alright, so Bastille is still hurt real bad, but she's actually still buffed. That is badass. So I'll have her go ahead and heal herself mostly the rest of the way.
Yes?
And then I'm going to save, since this is going to get dangerous and could get a little tricky in case I actually run into the man himself in there. I don't actually want to kill anybody, I just want to kill some droids and get the hell out of here, but who knows how this is all going to play out. Doing fine, Lightcore. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Alright, so that's the locked one. So do I need to... I think she means I need to go around to the back proper, right? So it normally automatically uses keys, I think. When I have them. So yeah, I think I need to actually go around to the back. We'll see. That should be it. Oh, you've been here since the raid, Barbosa. My apologies. I can't actually see my viewer list while I'm in-game, so I didn't see you there. My bad. Hope you've been enjoying then. Alright, so yeah, the keycard gets me in the side door now. She's at back. I suppose it's not the front. Whoa, hey! Actually, before I could set my action up, the guy was already dead. That's kind of badass. Alright, let's have a mission start disabling these mines. She's got a very high demolition skill, so that shouldn't be a problem for her. Indeed isn't. She's got a nice security skill as well.
Simple.
Yeah, actually, it would appear so.
What?
Alright, Zero, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. Lightcore, thank you for the follow there. Much appreciated. Follow hype. Alright, so... let's see what we can find in here. Advanced med pack. Oh, shoot, I forgot to buy med packs, didn't I? Never fails! Alright, so, yeah, we'll have to find our way around now. More frag mines. I'll get mission on that. Live large, not even recovering mines to sell. I'm gonna try. You know, before mission wasn't spectacular at recovering mines, but now that her stats are higher, she might be good at them. Oh yeah, I guess she's good enough to start picking up mines. That's good to see. Thank you for reminding me that was an option, Anonymous.
Gotcha. Simple.
I do like how she just yells simple there. That's adorable. Alright, so here's the man. Shen Matala. Hey, buddy.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
I started playing this game a couple months ago, then got distracted with TV shows, anime, and MXM. Haven't gone back to it yet. Yeah, I originally started this a couple years ago, and didn't even get past the first planet before I got distracted, so that's why I appreciate being able to use the stream as a good motivation to get through things. Shenception. Bong. Hey, I'm here to rescue you, Shen. Hey.
Rescue me? No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
Oh my god. I'm gonna protect you, Shen. Let's go.
It's not my own safety I'm concerned about. I'm worried about the fate of Nurik's daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassius. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
Oh my damn it. What if we take Rahasia with us?
If you can convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandral doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, Then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
Why do you care so much about her?
I was taught to hate the Sandals, to think of them as evil and subhuman. From the moment I saw Rahasia one day in the city, I knew that my father was wrong. She was like an angel, all white silks and perfume, seeming to float above the crowd.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know what else I could have done but fall in love with her. For months I wooed her and tried to win her heart. I believe I have succeeded, but now this has happened. Our families are always coming between us one way or another. Please find her and convince her to run away with me.
Oh, God. So it's a Romeo and Juliet situation. Great! Awesome. That doesn't complicate things in the least. Alright, so let's take another peek around while we're in town. Oops! Let's see what else we can find. And here's another Sandral war droid. Oops. Luckily it's a freaking droid, so we should be able to take it down pretty quickly. Oh, there's another one in there, though. Too. We didn't actually notice him around the corner at first. With all the smoke. Luckily he isn't much. And we can get some nice items. Computer spike. I need to stock up on those too. I forgot about that. And repair kit. This is too complicated. Just slice them all with your lightsabers. That would be a lot simpler, Unanimous. You're not wrong. You typed it as I said it. Boldark. Great minds. Great minds. Simplify it by suicide. That's pretty grim. That's dark, man. That is dark. I don't know why I'm heading deeper into the Matali compound. This seems unnecessary. I mean, I'm sure there's goodies here. I'm gonna save in case I run into something I shouldn't, which I feel like I'm probably going to. Seems like a really bad idea. I should probably just talk to her first. See if I can get her to come. Oh, hey, gentlemen. So I can take him down with basically 2 flurries. That's not bad at all. Very nice. Do you know why the guy's son passed away? Yes, Buldark. We actually already found him a little bit ago, and it was just an accident. They assumed that it was one of the family members killed the other guy, but what it turned out was he'd just been basically mauled to death by space wolves, is what happened. Nobody's fault, except maybe his own for wandering out without a good guard behind him. But yeah, so I actually told the guy that, and he totally believed me. The only problem there was that he's basically insane about the death of his son. He doesn't really care how it happened at this point. He's figuring now if he can't bring his son back, he's at least going to punish somebody for his son's death. Which is great. Wonderful. Wonderful way of thinking right there. But not tremendously helpful. Security control room. That sounds like a place I'd like to be. Oh geez, there's a lot of droids in here. Let's start finishing them off. Yeah, that is really nice. Hell yes! And I leveled up too, very nice. Alright, can I loot these guys? I don't think so. So let's take care of that level, hell yes! Level 10 overall, so I'm a Scout 5, Jedi Guardian 5. I'm not sure if that's before or after the level up. Rahasia, we need to talk. Not right now. Some asshole dismembered all of our robots with a lightsaber. It'll take weeks to restock and program new droids. Bye. Oops. So yeah, maybe order was important to their own animus. You may be right. You may be right. Skills, will put more into Persuade again. Start buffing that up a little bit. We're getting there. We're getting there. Feats. Ooh. I just got Improved Force Jump and Night Sense. Let's check those out before we get too far. Improved Force Jump. Jedi knows that if combat is inevitable, it must be swift and decisive. Oh, also receives +2 to hit and damage on my first strike after I jump. So that's the difference between a regular force jump and the improved force jump. And Night Sense gives me +4 defense at all times. Just for being me. Down with that. Ooh, and I get Master Dueling at this level. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take that right off the bat. Because that is just such a fantastic feat to have. Makes me even more of a badass than I was. And then I'll start leveling up my actual lightsaber abilities, I think. And that'll be nice too. Powers! Powers. So we're still moving into Tier 2. Can't get to Tier 3 just yet, so yeah. Guess I will grab Improved Energy Resistance here, since I don't really want to start going into the utility stuff very much. What do I have? Force... I got Force Shield, Night Speed, and yeah, I'll grab Improved Energy Resistance. Sounds good. And accept. Cool. So now I'm Scout 5, Jedi Guardian 6, overall level 11. Not bad. Save right there. My main thing is I don't want to run into the crazy guy and have a force a showdown in here. I'm just trying to get items. Just trying to get some nice loots. That's all I want. It looks like I've already been through here, actually. Yeah, I've already been here. Is there anywhere else to explore in here? No, I don't think so. So let's go ahead and make our way to the exit up north. I think that'll probably be the quickest way out, and then we'll see if we can talk to her and get her to see some sense and get the hell out of here before her father murders her. Oh no, we have to take the side exit. That's a little weird. Guess I haven't found the key card that does things for that yet. Unfortunate. Oh cool, some droid items off there. Alright, so hopefully I should just be able to walk into the front again and sort things out with her. I don't think that'll be a problem, but who knows? Who knows? So I meant to ask, so I'll go ahead and ask while we get a good amount of people in chat. For anybody in chat right now, what is your favorite Star Wars game? Is it this one, or is there another one that you prefer? Feel free to let me know.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
I'm trying to rescue Shen, but he won't leave without you, Rahazia.
Shen can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it, but I know Shen would rather die than leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Alright, gotta make this complicated, don't you? Cool. I guess that's something. That's better than nothing, so let's go ahead and work our way around. Talk to him again. Multiplayer in Jedi Academy. Holy crap, that is a good choice there, Durzak. I actually haven't played very much of Jedi Academy single player, but holy crap, when I was in college, I played the crap out of the multiplayer in there, especially modding the shit out of it to add a whole bunch of new features. Did I not come in here before? I must have missed it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really enjoyed modding that game to see all the wild things you could do.
Simple.
I think I had a mod for that game that had you face infinite Dark Jedi while playing Smack My Bitch Up by Prodigy. Hell of a mod right there, let me tell you.
You're back. Have you spoken to Rahazia?
Yes, she promised she'd meet us outside the gates.
I pray she is not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahazia waiting.
Alright, let's hope this works out okay.
Shen, you're safe.
Rahazia! Oh, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you, Jedi, for all that you have done for us.
We should get the hell out of here.
You're right, we should go as fast as we can. I don't know how long it will be before my father realizes we're gone.
You're right, we should.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey guys. Oh no.
There you are, Shen.
Father!
Mr. Matale.
Rahesia!
Father.
Mr. Sandro!
Nurik! Alan!
Scott!
I knew this was all your doing. I knew you had captured my son.
You had taken my Cassus from me long before that. You started it.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Oh, god damn it. Seriously, did nobody else think a Rocky Horror Picture Show when they all started yelling their names, or was that just me? Alright, you two just need to calm down.
Please listen to him, Father.
Why should I listen to the Jedi? All you want is to remain with that Sandral harlot.
My daughter is not a harlot, Matale dog!
Why don't you two try listening to your children?
Our children don't know enough of what's good for them to make a reasonable decision.
It's better to let older, wiser heads like ours make the decisions.
Rahesia and I don't want you to make decisions for us. We want to live alone away from you.
You insolent boy! If you want to live alone, then so be it. I disown you. Never set foot in my house again.
Rahesia, you okay with this?
Rahesia, you will not leave with this Matale boy!
I am, Father, and you can't stop me. We're leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl!
Just let him go, dudes. Let him go.
You expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahesia.
We appear to be at an impasse then. And they got away.
It is your fault, Alan. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me? You were the one who rushed out here with war droids.
Look, you don't need to fight anymore, guys.
I will not rest until I have my Shen back. The Council will hear of the troubles you caused, Jedi.
Indeed they shall.
No good deed goes without punishment, I suppose. Still, we got that all resolved. If not amicably, at least it's taken care of. So I guess we will have to live with that. Tell those two fathers just kiss and get it all over with. There was some tension there, Elena. I think you may have been right. I remember my friend trying to show me this game back in the day. I thought it was really cool, but had no idea what it was. Yeah, it's one of the things I like doing on this stream, or I like thinking of this stream as, is the idea that I can show off some games that maybe some people might not play otherwise because they are pretty old. This one's actually from 2003. So if people don't want to play it because it is super old, I can respect that. Oh, there was a better solution to the head trap. Well, the kids are happy, and the adults didn't murder each other. I'm gonna take that as a win. Call me crazy, but that seems like could have been worse if nothing else. Alright, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember exactly where the ruins I need to go to are now. I think it's up this way. Let's see. Unfortunately, you can't check anything but the map of the area you're in currently, which is a little frustrating. So I kind of got to explore around a little bit if I want to find back where I'm supposed to be. Game's age is no excuse, brilliantly said Barbosa. I believe that myself, but I understand if some people, you know, struggle with some of the mechanics being a little outdated. Now, obviously, I'll argue graphics shouldn't be a big determinant, but on the other hand, I can completely understand if, you know, some games' mechanics don't age well. Let's put it that way. Some games mechanically, although they might have been fun at the time they came out, sometimes they can be frustrating to play later on. Even in this game, even though it plays really well and I'm enjoying it, there are some upgrades that future games have done to the way they actually control that I think could have made it a little bit better, but you know, I can look past it for this game, but not all games. Some games are old enough that I don't think I'd want to play them, just because they are pretty frustrating.
Now those Mandalorians know what it's like to be hunted, but now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too.
Oh yeah, he was a badass, but I took him down.
Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you.
There's no need for a reward.
No, please take it. This pitiful amount will never be enough for what you have done for me. Again, I thank you. I will be sure to tell the council of your great deed.
Well, I had light side points. I wasn't sure if murdering him would give me light side points. Let me give you an example, Barbosa. I was looking into a game called The Longest Journey. Classic adventure game. And one I was thinking I might want to play on stream, but I'm not 100% sure now, because I was trying it out. And, you know, it's a point-and-click adventure game, but it provides no way to highlight interactable points. You know, they don't get highlighted when you mouse over them. There's no way to view every interactable, so that means basically every screen in there turns into a bit of a pixel hunt. Now, obviously, modern adventure games have found ways to point you to the items, so you don't just need to wave your mouse over everything on every screen, but this one doesn't, and it's not a knock against the game, because it wasn't something that was done at the time, but that still makes it difficult to replay in a modern setting. So I'm not sure about that one. I'm still considering it. Alright, got some level ups to take care of for Mission. All she was, she got new skills. So nothing big. But of course Bastila gets more powers, because Bastila always gets more powers. So yeah, let's go ahead and give her Night Speed now. Don't mind if I do. So that the second level of speed is, again, it looks like just for her. It's only the third level. Oh no, even the third level doesn't upgrade, or doesn't apply to the whole party, just to them, but that's fine. It's not a huge deal. Alright, and accept. Have I seen the new episodic The Longest Journey games? On Animus, I actually kickstarted the Longest Journey,
Sure.
Dreamfall Chapters, that's the name. Dreamfall Chapters. Yeah, I was part of that Kickstarter, but I haven't played it yet. I actually wanted to go back and play the other two before I did Chapters. So that was why I was looking to do it on stream, actually part of the whole master plan of getting around to Chapters. I've heard mixed things about it, but I heard people said they really liked the story of Chapters. And really, as far as adventure games go, I can pretty much forgive anything as long as the story is good. So I'm still looking forward to it. Most definitely. How about anybody else? Anybody else in chat a fan of the Longest Journey series of adventure games? Or has anybody even heard of it? I know it's kind of niche, even for an adventure game. So I would understand if you didn't. Valor's the one that adds another haste? Alright, I'll check out its description next time we get a sec. Alright, so I believe the ruins were over this way, and that's the next storyline quest. I don't think we have too much else to do. Yeah, no, I don't think we have anything else to do. Oh, we should talk to Bastila, actually. We haven't really spoken to her much.
How can I help?
I want to talk to you about this dream, Bastila.
It was less of a dream and more of a vision the two of us shared. But I am certainly willing to answer any questions the Jedi Council did not.
I still don't get why both of us shared the vision.
Are you wondering why we shared the vision? Or why we even received it in the first place?
Yes?
First, I can only repeat the answer that the Council gave us. Our fates are linked. And for two as strong as we are in the Force, that amounts to a near-physical bond. As to the second, I truly don't have an answer for you. The Force works as it will, and perhaps we should be grateful for what we've been given.
Never heard of it, Barbosa? Yeah, like I said, it's kind of niche even among adventure games, and you know, there aren't a ton of adventure games that ever really hit that AAA level of market penetration where everybody's heard of them. That's another reason that I kind of wanted to play it on stream and bring it to a little bit of a wider audience. I think that could be fun. TLJ was okay, but I felt like it never reached its potential. Alright. Drav, of course. But how did our fates become linked in the first place? My question.
I don't know. Believe me, I certainly don't find the prospect of being joined to you enjoyable in any fashion.
Thanks, Bastila. Oh, yeah. I mean, it just seems a little convenient, is all I'm saying.
The Force often seems to cause events that bend the laws of probability, especially with those that are strongly affiliated with it. In this respect, you and I will simply have to become accustomed to such convenience. We are the tools of the Force, and we will do as it wills.
You make the Force sound like it's alive.
There is no evidence one way or the other. What you believe the Force to be ultimately will decide who you are.
Alright, I got some more questions.
What would you like to know?
Yeah, right, Lightcore? Ouch. I have one of the versions of Space Rangers 2 Durzak. I'm not sure if I should play that or if I should spring for the newest upgraded version that they have on Steam. I still have to look into that, but yeah, I've definitely, I'm aware of it at least, and it's on my list. I know, Onanimous, I should also ask you, are you talking about just the first Longest Journey, or are you talking about the series? Second and third ones as well. Let's see, Space Rangers is very well known in its native Russian region. I did not know that, Onanimous. That's interesting. Bastil, why are we dreaming of Malik and Revan anyway?
Perhaps because we desired to. Perhaps because they came to this planet and were strong enough in the Force to leave a trace.
What do you mean by a trace?
They did something important here. Of that, I am certain. It may be simply that we are sensitive to that event, or it may not. We dreamed about Revan and Malik either because we were meant to, or because we needed to. There is no other way to look at it.
What do you think Revan and Malik were doing in that dream?
I have no idea. It was obviously important, however. That is why we must investigate this further.
Alright, yeah, Onanimous, I agree. Dreamfall is a deeply flawed game from a mechanics perspective. Cool story, although it ran a little long. But mechanically, it is a frustrating game to play, definitely. Any version will do it, Durzak? Alright, I will keep that in mind. Do you think we're going to get more visions?
With luck, we will. I would rather not rely on such visions to guide us, but when we have so little else to go on, and the galaxy hangs in the balance.
Yeah, unfortunately, with every successive game in the Longest Journey series, their funding got smaller and smaller.
We really should return our thoughts to business anyway.
And the director and writer of the game has said that he actually wants to make a fourth game, but he doesn't believe he'll ever get the funding to do so. Which is sad. I'd certainly like to see him get to finish his story, because I do like the story. But, I'll understand if a studio doesn't want to fund a game after he had, 3 less than great showings financially, no matter what the critical opinion was. I have no idea where this guy is going. But, he's off to the races. No, we're not chasing after him. We're good, just let him do his thing.
Yes?
I do.
Trev. But they weren't that. What is it called where Wesley Snipes is his enemy? Oh, what was that one? Demolition Man? Is that the one you're thinking of? Or is that something else? I think I know the one you're thinking of, Trev, and I'm having trouble recalling exactly which one that is. Go ahead and save before we head into the spooky ruins. I think you mentioned you had some Dominators version. You'll miss out on some stuff in HD compared to War Apart, but it's not a big deal if you don't want to rebuy the game. Understandable. Yeah, Barbosa. I don't know where he was going, but I'm going to let him do his thing. May he live in peace in whatever area he decided to charge off to. I was Demolition Dread. Awesome. I don't think I've seen that movie since it was current. Ooh, and we're heading inside. Unironically think Demolition Man was Stallone's best film. That is a bold claim to make, Onanimous, as well as Bullock's. Holy crap. Really? Is it because you think it was that spectacular of a film, or you don't think much of their the rest of their filmography? because that is a very bold statement to make. I don't think I hear too many people putting that at the top of their lists. Hell, ancient droid? The droid is speaking a language you do not recognize. I'm sorry, I don't understand you. Droid continues to speak a language I don't recognize. That is a weird language he's speaking. Live and let live, that monster must have fought in the Great War. I like Judge Dredd. I'm the law! Judge Dredd's an alright movie, but I don't know, I think I might be biased because I like the Judge Dredd comics so much. It feels like the movie didn't do great, I didn't do a good service to it. I think it kind of just went off in its own direction, just wanted to make an action movie in some places. Look, Bastila, do you have any idea what this droid's saying?
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect.
Huh.
The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
I can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders. Ooh. I recognize that language.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. Why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
Communication was vital to ensure that the slaves constructed this temple according to the wishes of the builders. But you are not the slave species, neither are you of the builders. You are like the one who came before.
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
Unanimous Drav, I did like the new Dredd movie. That was the one that took place in that apartment complex, right? Where they had to fight their way up of it. No, I thought that was a good movie for what it was. I mean, it's not going to win any Oscars or anything. It wasn't genre-bending or historic or, you know, anything like that. But if you wanted a good action movie, that was a good action movie. I liked it. You know, no disrespect there. Alright, so creepy, weird robot dude. What are you? Why are you doing in this abandoned temple? I am the Overseer. The builders programmed me to enforce discipline among the slaves, while this monument to the power of the Star Forge was constructed. At project completion, all slaves were executed. I was reprogrammed to serve so the builder returned in search of knowledge of the Star Forge. How long have you been here? My chronological circuits have marked over 10 full revolutions of the system's outermost planet around the sun since the builders left.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. The builders constructed my chronological circuitry using the technology of the Star Forge itself. My calculations are infallible. Alright, so what is the builders you're talking about? The builders are the great masters of the galaxy, the conquerors of all worlds, the rulers of the Infinite Empire, and the creators of the Star Forge.
These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them.
Huh.
In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Let's see, it was a solid action flick, but not cartoony enough to be proper Dredd. Yeah, Dredd's gone through a lot of different eras. Early Dredd, I think, was very cartoony. That's what you're thinking of. But later Dredd stories, I think, got a lot more serious and darker in tone. More overtly political as well. So I think it fit that kind of tone pretty well. It didn't say I am the law dramatically enough. It was so quiet it could have been a whisper. Alright, that's a good knock against it. Agreed, Lightcore, I'll take that one. This droid is giving me a Dalek vibe. Barbossa, I hadn't thought of that, but he does look kind of Dalek-y, doesn't he? Oh, that'd be a big twist. Star Wars crossover. It's the Daleks. The Daleks took over the galaxy, and now they're coming back. So something must have happened to wipe the builders out, I guess. The empire of the builders is infinite and everlasting. None can stand against their might and the power of the Star Forge. What's the Star Forge, anyway? The Starforge is the glory of the Builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest. But what is it? What does it do? The Starforge is the glory of the Builders, the apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might, a tool of unstoppable conquest.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Exterminate! Could the Starforge have been a factory or a weapons plant, maybe?
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Starforge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Alright, where can we find the Starforge? Now that the slaves are gone, my purpose is to aid those who seek knowledge of the Starforge, if they are worthy. The ones who came before you, the ones like you, not builders but not slaves, sought knowledge of the Starforge and its origins. They proved themselves worthy. They discovered the secrets of the Starforge locked behind the sealed door behind me, but there was another who failed to unlock the secrets and pay the ultimate price.
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
Unanimous, you're not a fan of Doctor Who? Are you talking old Doctor Who, like the 60s era? New Doctor Who? Or, is it just a blanket thing? You don't like any of the Doctor Who? I can respect that. It's a certain type of sci-fi. I don't think there's pretty much any media I'd say everyone needs to like. Star Wars was said a long time ago, so one could say the Daleks could be leftover droids from one iteration of the Republic. Oh man, Light Core, tying it all together there. Did you kill the Jedi? How do I prove myself worthy? Enter the proving grounds to the east and west. Within them, those who understand the will of the Builders can unlock their secrets and open the doors. But those who fail will be destroyed by the power of the temple itself. More than this, I am not programmed to say.
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to prove myself worthy somehow. And if we're gonna get in here and figure out what the hell's going on. Interesting. See, Don't Blink Yet is the Weeping Angel episode. Midnight, I don't remember off the top of my head which one those are. That's okay, they traveled galaxies after the fall of the Republic. Exactly. And David Tennant is a very good doctor, as if you like Doctor Who, which I do. Alright, so let's find out what these trials are. Well, there's a hostile Guardian droid. Do I just have to fight him? Is that it? I guess. Well, I'll kick his ass. Ooh, he has a shield. That's not good.
What can I do?
Alright, let's see. What does she have? I think she has a, I thought she had something that could take care of shields. I could be wrong, though. I almost could have swore she had something that'll deal with shields, but it doesn't look like it, though. So no, I'm just gonna have him, her start flurrying him straight up. And then I'll have her start sniping him. Sure, I guess that's good. And go! Ooh, he's tough. Oh, holy crap! I probably need to buff for this, don't I? Alright, let's start doing this tactically. Bastila, why don't you drop a cure? And I am going to... improved energy resistance, this sounds good. Yeah. And break. And then I'll use Force Shield and Night Speed. And Bastila, Night Speed, Knight Valor. Energy resistance.
What can I
go. Ooh, wow. He's doing that damage. And Bastil, I'll have you drop a couple of... Oh, just one cure should be good. And then let's keep wailing on this guy, shall we? He keeps freezing the crap out of me. At least his shield appears to be down, so that's a good start. Oh, jeez. Let me catch up on chat real quick. That's okay, Unanimous. You don't have to be a fan of Doctor Who, like I said. Let's see. Alright, Midnight's the planet with the diamonds. I liked that one too, Barbosa. That was another good one. Shane wants to kick Droid's ass. Droid activates shields and waits there to kick Shane's ass. Oh, I could have swore there was an anti-shield spell in Animus. Damn it. That's unfortunate. Oh, but there is force suppression, but he's not a force user. Oops. Alright, that might have been what I was thinking of. Rewatch it just for the hell of it then.
I'm here.
Alright, we'll burn him down slowly now. So we just need to keep at it, basically. He's doing very little damage to us. He's basically just inconveniencing me. That's fine. We'll just keep at him. At this rate, we're gonna win eventually. I thought one of us had a anti-droid thing, like stun droid or something like that. I'm not seeing it now. Come on. Wow, he freezes for a long time sometimes. Am I just failing my checks? I must just be failing my checks sometimes. Oh, I'm on Bastila, that's why. Yeah, I'm the major damage dealer here, so I need to make sure I keep flurrying this guy. We're doing very little damage though, unfortunately. We're getting there, but he's, if you look at our health bars in red in the bottom left, he's barely doing anything to us, so we can keep this up all day if we need to. Not a big deal. And every time we land some hits there, we're wearing him down. He doesn't appear to have any way to repair himself. So that's just fine by me.
You cannot win.
Oh, come on, so close. There we go. Good chunk of XP too. I like that. Let's see, I'm done playing video games for the night, so you could. Alright. Yeah, Durzak agreed. That creeped the hell out of me, too. Let's continue the flame war. Eccleston was better doctor than Tennant. Alright, now you're definitely just flaming on Animus. Nobody believes that. But yeah, Durzak, I suppose you're right. Everybody does have their favorite doctor. I think a lot of people, too, are, their favorite doctor is their first doctor. My doctor, the first doctor I ever watched was the 7th Doctor, and I am a big fan of him, even though he didn't have as big a body of work as some of the other doctors either. Something interesting to know is Eccleston has actually said he wanted his Doctor Who to be a little darker and more dramatic, more along the lines of what Tennant ended up being, but the studio pushed back originally because they still saw Doctor Who as a kids show, and that's actually the reason why he bailed so fast. Because he ended up getting a lot of arguments with the producers over the direction of the character, and ended up pretty frustrated, so that's unfortunate. Let me see if I can slice... No, I'm not going to try and slice it. I think she's got a good computer use skill, doesn't she? Where does it actually say how high it is? Oh no, our computer use is only 4 total, so no, I might actually have the higher computer use than her. I've got the same computer, sir. I guess I'll try it. Given no knowledge of the ancient system and a patent inability to read its output, your attempt is doomed. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Capaldi's not bad. Agreed, Durzok. I've liked what he's done. I don't think he's as standout as some of the other doctors, but I certainly don't have anything to complain about him. Only watched a few classic episodes. It was weird when they tried to make Eccleston all cheery. Yeah, it didn't really fit him as an actor, I don't think. And I think they, you know, it's clear he knew where he wanted to go with the character, and they weren't just big on it. The season's over-focused on companions and the convincing, is this really the same doctor for 2 seasons? Yeah, they could have leaned away from that a bit too, Durzok. Talk to the computer? Computer goes silent, its screen blank. A few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of the tones softly echoed by your data pad. A small data receptacle opens in the front of the ancient machine. What the hell? Alright, I'll insert my data pad. Computer seems to be interfacing with your data pad. The screen goes blank again, and then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. I don't recognize those. I guess I recognize the characters, but not the words. Talk to the computer? Computer goes silent again, humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your data pad. Your data pad is released from the receptacle, and the machine goes silent for a moment before flickering to life again. Data interpretation. Complete language analysis. Complete. Continue. Interrogative. Identify the 3 primary death-giving seed world types. What? Death-giving seed world types? Volcanic? Barren? Desert? Planetary type conductive to death. Breaking death seal. Alright. So I assume I did it? Cool. Cool. Tenant's your favorite? Yeah, I think that's a very common thing. The one after Tenant I really enjoyed as well, though his name escapes me at the moment. Matt something? I'm drawing a blank. I'm terrible with proper nouns, as you may notice. Barbosa, you haven't been watching the current seasons? Yeah, I know a lot of people that kind of come and go with different doctors. That's not unusual, even in the olden days. So I can respect that. Sigil crystal? Ooh, that's interesting. In a Jedi Knight robe. Is that what I'm wearing right now? I'm just wearing a Jedi robe. Can I swap it out for the Jedi Knight robe? Yes, I can, and it's better. Good deal. And Bastila, you're just wearing clothes. Why don't you go ahead and put on the Jedi robes? Ah, cool. Doesn't look quite as badass. But still, it gives her better stats at least. Can't ignore that.
Sure.
Matt Smith, yes, thank you, Elena. I appreciate that. Capaldi on the thick of it, Durzok. Holy shit. Yeah, if you haven't seen Capaldi in the thick of it, it's a political comedy. Very dark, but hysterical. Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed Smith as well. Alright, on to the second trial. Oh, and we've got another... Do we just have to kick another droid's ass? Is that all? Suppose that could be it. Oh, I can't charge in there, unfortunately. Alright, well, let's get everybody on task here. I know these guys are badass, so let's go ahead and buff up. Force shield, improved energy resistance, night speed. And for her, we would go with force shield, night speed, night valor, energy resistance. And mission is already shooting, so let's get some sniping going on in there. Alright. And break! Alright, good. So I do actually have enough force points that I can cast all my powers, so that is nice to know. And Bastila, why don't you get to flurrying as well? And break! Alright, so the shield goes down pretty fast. I don't need to worry about that. That's good at least. Ooh, but he's got fire as opposed to his buddy that was ice. That's not great. But again, we are doing the damage. So that much is good. Not a ton of damage, but again, he's not hitting us very much, so... Yeah, we can keep this up as long as we need to. It's just going to be more tedious than anything, really. I'm actually going to catch up on chat in the middle of this fight. That's how little I care about this guy. I wonder how long before Disney buys out Doctor Who and will make an annual blockbuster conveyor line. I'm not even sure if Disney could buy Doctor Who. The rights are a little complicated since they're technically owned by the British government through the BBC. That would be a little weird and complicated to pull off. They're probably already in negotiations, Barbosa. I'm not saying Disney wouldn't want to buy the hell out of it. Certainly, just that I'm not sure they could pull it off. So I suppose that's probably a silly thing to say. Disney couldn't solve the problem with money. And that's why you don't like Flurry Durzak. I'm enjoying it so far. It's just that this guy seems to have tons and tons of health is all. Miss damage absorb. I'm hitting him a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm even hitting him on all three. It's just I don't seem to be doing the kind of damage I'd like is all. But yeah, like I said, there's different builds you can have in here. So I know you like a critical hit build. I can totally respect that. Who's everyone's companion? Well, again, Barbosa, like I said, since I'm a fan of the 7th Doctor, I do like Ace. Ace I was a big fan of. I also am kind of a fan of Captain Jack, even though I know not everyone considers him a companion. Just because he was so highly competent, I think that made for a big contrast for some of the companions that he normally had. And that was pretty interesting to me. Oh, Disney has enough money to buy Great Britain! You're probably right, Onanimus. Probably. Donna Durzak. I don't hear too many people saying they like Donna best. Why is that, if you don't mind me asking? Why is there a... Oh, wreckage, it says. Alright, so that one's already down. Cool, just take his items then. Good thing I didn't have to fight another one. That would have gotten irritating in a hurry. Alright, so I imagine this terminal will be the same as the other one, but I'm going to save just in case. Barbosa, you're a fan of Amy? I like Amy too. She was really badass too, and doesn't help that she was a good-looking redhead too. If I may be a little biased there. True, Durzak, she does act she's very human compared to some of the other companions. I can respect that. How many seasons of Torchwood? I think just the one, isn't it? Or no, there's the one normal season, then there was the 2 event seasons, I believe. If I remember correctly. Exciting combat, you can do your laundry during the fight. It may not be exciting, Onanimus, but at least, you know, it's convenient for this modern world of ours. Who has time to actually fight robots and do the laundry? No. You need a game that can do both at the same time. Alright, so yeah, it looks like the same thing as the other one. Just need to use my data pad to sort things out. Interrogative. Identify the 3 primary life-giving seed worlds. Well, I assume those will be the opposite. So, oceanic, grassland, and arboreal. Planetary life, type conducive to life. Breaking life seal. Alright. So I think that means we passed both tests. Cool. You can relate to her decisions. There's like, yeah, that is true. I haven't really thought of it that way, but you're not wrong. Alright, seal's down. So let's see what's back here. Ooh, spooky artifact. What is this? Alright, so this is the thing that we saw in the vision that Revan and Malik found. And the droid promised the secrets of the Starforge, but what is this?
See what Revan and Malik found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
But what is it?
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malik must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
True, true. And Durzak, it's interesting you mentioned Capaldi in the thick of it. I forget what it was called, but the woman that played Donna in Doctor Who, she also had a comedy show, and it was quite good, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But I saw a couple episodes. The Catherine Tate Show, maybe? It might have just been the name of the actress. But yeah, I remember laughing at some of the sketches they were in, but they're very British. You have to kind of like British humor to get those ones. So I still don't understand about what the Starforge is. What does it do?
I don't know, but Revan and Malik were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more. But I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan. But there are pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Well, maybe some of these words will have clues on them then?
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malik visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
So it would appear. And Onanimous, the answer is Amy. Period. End of story. I will hear no countenance to this. It's just the way it is. As they both move to block my way as I try to get down here. Wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else in the back of the room. And no, Shane, it's not Jack. Dang, foiled. A map? Such a surprise! Yeah, that's a terrible twist, Giraffe. You promised me an awesome twist, and all I get is a map. Dang it. Oh, you like British TV, Barbosa? Well, let me know what you think of them if you do check them out. Standard Sci-Fi 101. How do you justify a search through space with a suspicious map? And not just a suspicious map, but a suspicious map that doesn't actually lead where it's supposed to lead. What do you know? You have proven yourself worthy. The sealed door is open. If you wish to learn the secrets of the Starforge, you must pass through the door to the room beyond. Let me ask you some questions. I am here to aid those who seek the knowledge of the Builders. What do you wish to know? Oh, he doesn't actually have any information. What do you know about the Builders? Oh, so he's not actually programmed to talk about the Builders. That's interesting. Alright, so we're done here then. I think we found everything there is to find. Come on, the map is a great twist. I don't know. Yeah, the thick of it I think is the superior thing. I agree with Durzak on this one. As usual, Bastila got stuck on something. Oh hey, and we, is that the one that ran? Oh, look at his health. That's literally the one that was running away before. He came back. And we just kill him after that anyway. Nice nice run there, dude. Hope you enjoyed your little jog around the area. Did you well?
I'm here.
Have Bastila cure us up. That she's just going to be recharging force abilities as we run around anyway. May as well. And then we will start heading back to the council to chat with them and see what we got coming up next. As we fight our way through more calf hounds. Every pirate's dream to find a rap, but I'm not a pirate, Trav. But I don't want to be a pirate. Waiting for a BioWare game brave enough to just call it a MacGuffin? Oh, jeez. You know, I don't see that as impossible. That's probably going to happen eventually, to be honest. Kind of funny that the council never decided to explore that cave that was, you know, just a light afternoon jog outside of their council chambers. But hey, video game logic, who am I to argue with it? Who says you're not a pirate? Maybe that's the twist, you'll become a Jedi pirate. The first Jedi pirate, there's gotta have been other Jedi pirates, wasn't there? Could have swore I've actually read about a Jedi pirate, or at least a Force-sensitive pirate, but you know, it could be. There's so much extended universe, or there was. Tough to say. Alright, let's chat with Bastila.
How can I help?
Oh, you look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Ah, you're right, Sky Shadowing. I forgot they mentioned that it was there, but it was sealed, and they just never sent anybody into it to explore. That's interesting. Doesn't the bond mean I need to be around?
Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit, I'm a little disturbed that such a bond could be possible in the first place. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Alright, I'll answer some questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a Hutt in human form planning to overthrow the Republic. Oh my god. I'm a scout. The fleet recruited me for my scout skills.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Durelia. It's a remote system. Why?
Excellent. Your current age is?
Wasn't all of this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what'd you find out?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Alright, fair enough. Knights of the Old Republic Black Flag, I would play the hell out of that. You talking about the Grey Jedi, Jerzak? Alright, Barbosa, have a good smoke then. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I know they've been in there, but Lucas himself has been a big opponent of the idea of Grey Jedi. He believed there was only light and dark and no in-between. He was very black and white about it, which is, you know, Lucas's hell. And another good reason he's out of the franchise at this point.
You have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
I found an incomplete star map and mention of something called a Star Forge.
This news of a Star Forge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done.
Alright, fine. Kicking me out of the council
Padawan,
chambers.
You have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Dantooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
Yeah, no, it's not just a spoiler for Star Wars 2. There's actually been a couple instances of Grey Jedi throughout Star Wars canon. There was actually a big thing in the Star Wars novels just before the end of the extended universe where Luke started to believe that maybe the Jedi way philosophy wasn't entirely correct, and he went on a big tour of the galaxy, visiting all the different Force-using castes around the galaxy and learning their philosophies, and trying to figure out if there was any way to integrate their teachings into Jediism, seeing if you could unify all of the different Jedi teachings together. So I thought that was really interesting, and I wish they would have pursued that to its end. Unanimous, you prefer red Jedi. I'm a fan of teal Jedi myself, but I suppose that's just a matter of preference. Nice brag, our vast archives. Yeah, you had to throw in that little humble brag in there, sky shadowing. Just had to get it in there. Probably Googled it and didn't bother with anything but the first page. Who does, Unanimous? Who does? Yeah, Drev, I feel like light and dark are both, they have rigid philosophies that they're sure is absolute, which is really irritating. And I think, I always like to believe there was a thread in the line that the Jedi were arrogant about the way they go about teaching. And so I always hoped there was going to be something leading to somebody rewriting the Jedi code and philosophy. And actually, I'm kind of hoping, it's a long shot, but I'm hoping that maybe the new Star Wars movies will lead in that direction of someone saying, all right, we need to fix the Jedi philosophy. It's not working out. It doesn't seem like it was maybe 100% accurate. That would be very cool. All right, so I'm ready to do the Council's will here.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
So I'm to undertake this task alone in true video game fashion. Am I understanding that right?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Oh shit!
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
Fair enough. There are others that'd like to come with me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
You can count on me. I will not fail.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
And you as well. No XP for finishing that story quest, unfortunately, but still, we got it taken care of. So I'm going to save right there. Unanimous, I understand you. That's always the thing that I really loved in fantasy writing, is I love a fantasy story with a really cool magic system. And I've seen some very interesting ones out there, so that's always something I am interested to see. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. So we are going to go ahead and wrap up the stream for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching all of you folks too. And big thank you to all the new followers in here. I appreciated meeting you, and big thank you to all the old followers as well. I like chatting with you and having you in chat as well. Let's see. I think we're going to go throw a host to another friend of ours. If you want to hold on for a moment, we'll see who we want to throw a host to. And actually, I think tonight we're going to throw a host to someone we don't host very often. A friend of the stream, Cosplay Diver. who right now is playing Heroes of the Storm, which I believe just actually went through a big rework mechanically, so I'm actually a little curious to check that out. So just a little bit of business. I wanted to mention that I won't be streaming tomorrow like I normally do at my normal time. I'm actually, I have work. Got called in for some overtime out of town, so I'm going to be doing that instead. I apologize. It's not in a normal circumstance. It's a bit of an emergency on their part, so it isn't something that I'm going to be doing often, but it does need to be taken care of for tonight. So I will be back day after tomorrow at my normal time, and we'll be continuing KOTOR, as we will continue to do until we finish this game. So for right now, let me drop some links in chat for anybody that doesn't have them already. Don't forget to follow already. If you're in here and you haven't hit follow and you like what I was laying down, please remember to do that before I go offline. It's the best way to find me again. I put a link to my Twitter in chat. If you prefer Twitter, that's another way to find out when I go live. And also, I post when I do nerdy things IRL in there, if that interests you. I also posted a link to my YouTube where I archive all of my streams in their entirety, which makes it a good place to see some weird playthroughs start to finish, if that is a thing you enjoy. I'm going to drop a link to my Discord in chat as well. That is the best place to get a hold of me outside the stream, and if you're ever curious to chat with me, please feel free. I like chatting with viewers there, and we have some good conversations going on there outside of the stream, so please feel free. And last thing, I'm going to drop my support links in chat. If you ever wanted to go a little bit above and beyond to help me out with what I'm doing here, those links will show you the best way to do it, particularly that Game Wisp link right there, which is basically a subscribe button for small streamers. So having said all that, I'm going to go throw up that host to our friend Cosplay Diver. Feel free to join me if you'd like and say hi. But if not, then I will just say to all of you, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I'll see you folks around. Take care of yourselves.